Ladies and gents, welcome to a new season of Raiders TV, live from the beautiful and sunny Tivoli Stadium in Innsbruck. We have a great matchup for you today from the CEFL. And here to speak about that with me is Flo Grein, running back extraordinaire. Flo, how are you doing?
Good. I'm very good, actually.
What matchup are we looking at today, and what can we expect from it?
Right now, for me, it's very interesting because there is Nick Johansson, the head coach of the Wroclaw Panthers, who was a coach of the Raiders before and then went to the Graz Giants, joined with Rick Rhodes, and now both of them are with the Wroclaw Panthers. So I think they will be ready for the Raiders, and it's going to be a good one, I guess.
Last year, these two teams already faced off against each other. The Raiders did come out on top, but it's a new year, a new day. On my other side, we have Tino van Eckert. Tino, first of all, welcome to Innsbruck. Great to have you back. What do you expect from this matchup today? Is it going to be a revenge for the Panthers?
I guess they're looking for it. I talked to Derek Durr, the defensive coordinator, before the game, and he said they're expecting to win. And talking to Sean Shelton, the Raiders quarterback, said watching the film, they're solid, they're good at what they do, but he's confident that the Raiders will win it. So in the end, I think it's going to be a tight one. Let's have a ball in this weather.
So, the Raiders trying to make it back to the big game. In case you're wondering, it's Tyrolean Day here at the Raiders game today. That's why Flo and I are dressed up. And Tino didn't come. Well, you're not Tyrolean, so that's your excuse, I guess.
Raider Day. I'm wearing black.
Good deal, good deal. Ladies and gents, we've talked enough. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the pre-show. Let's have some fun today. Space over to the right side, breaks the tackle, is still running.
And goes with an unbelievably spectacular one-handed diving grab. And he won't be caught from behind. Samuel Blanskum got some wheels.
Edition of Raiders TV. Here you see the live view from the Tivoli Stadium in Innsbruck. Beautiful weather, perfect weather for this CEFL matchup of today. And we have a great game in store for you today. It's actually a rematch from last season, so this should be a hot rodeo. And here we see, we're even on TV. Hi Mom, hi Dad. So you took it away right away. Luckily, you don't have to listen to me talk with myself all day. That would be boring for everyone listening. No, we have a little posse up here today. First off, my partner in crime and football expert extraordinaire, much more knowledgeable than myself, Tino van Eckert. Thanks so much for being back in Innsbruck.
Thanks for having me again. I mean, it's been a blast every time I've been here, and get another chance. I'm looking forward to this one.
And then one spot further over, I'm going to go ahead. We have SWARCO Raiders running back legend Flo Grein up here in the not so boothy booth, but you know what I mean. So Flo, welcome to our little group here. Okay, so first off, as always, we got to give a shout out to our partners. Without them, this little stream would not be possible. We started off with football-austria.com, your web portal for everything around Austrian football. You need stats, you want highlight videos, you want interviews. Go there, check it out. You will be a more knowledgeable football fan after you visit that site. Next up, we have Connection, the partner for internet solutions. Visit connection.at. Next up, Pilger Film and video production. Always a partner here with Raiders TV. And last but not least, we have Eka Media TV, Film and Live. So thanks again to our partners that make this possible. So I mentioned it earlier. Today we have international football going on. It's not the AFL, it's the CEFL. And the Raiders are playing in this matchup for the second year in a row. They are the reigning champions. And, of course, they want to get back to the big game, to the CEFL Bowl. But to get there, of course, they have to get through the first rounds. There are two conferences. We'll start out with the Eastern Conference. Each conference has 3 teams, and the Eastern Conference so far has played 1 game. The Cock Rams from Turkey against the Wild Boars. The Raiders met up with the Wild Boars last year, actually, in the final, where the Raiders were able to come out on top. The Wild Boars lost against the Rams 41-47. Tino, what's your thoughts on this? Do you know anything about these two teams? Did it surprise you that the Rams came out on top?
It does surprise me. I mean, we're talking about the Central European Football League. That's what that CEFL stands for. And I know that the football in Turkey is on the rise over the last years. The Cock Rams have been pretty good there, but I'm surprised that a team like the Wild Boars loses there. Let's see how they go against Moscow, and then we'll know more about it.
So looking at the way the conference is shaping up, of course, the Rams are leading it. The Moscow Patriots have yet to play a game, so they're at the bottom there, but it'll be interesting. The Wild Boars made it to the finals last year, and they're going to need some luck. They're going to need some help if they want to make it back to the finals this year. And then we have the Western Conference, where your SWARCO Raiders Tirol are participating. And that is today's matchup. Is two of these teams, the SWARCO Raiders Tirol going up against the Panthers from Wroclaw, but the Raiders already played a game against the Prague Black Panthers, which they won pretty handedly. In the end, it was a 44-21. So the Raiders are in good shape. Did you expect the Black Panthers to put up more of a fight?
Well, I know that the Czech football is usually pretty physical, and Sean Shelton, the Raiders quarterback, told me before the game the result is looks better than the game was. I mean, they really had to come and play. But in the end, a team like with the quality of the Raiders, like top 1, 2, 3 in Europe, it's no surprise to me that they beat them handedly in the end. Today, everybody says these are the 2 best teams in the Central European Football League. This is the final, basically, but it's not going to happen because it's within the conference.
So, but before we get to today's game, we have a recap of this matchup between the SWARCO Raiders Tirol and the Prague Black Panthers. Check it out, and we'll get back to this game right afterwards. So, enjoy.
rychlá odpověď od a tam nebylo místo. Honzangáček sám a do prázdného místa si šel ten dobře, co četl obranu dle... Asi šel ten... A povedlo se... Žádný problém pro sa... Dlouhý pas. Přehozený Honzangáček. William zkouší pas a první kompletní pas.
So 44-21 is your final score, and what a beautiful forced fumble and scoop by Philipp Markreiter, almost taking it to the house before being wrestled down from behind. Sean Shelton really had himself a game, spraying the ball all over the field, finding 9 receivers, throwing for 3 touchdowns. I think that was really an impressive performance. But what was interesting, the rushing game didn't really pick up so quick, just 56 yards over the entire game. That's very atypical for the Raiders. So that's one to look out for today. Here we see the standings in the Western Conference, not that much going on because only one game until now. The Panthers have been resting up until now, so it'll be their first international game this year. In general, the CEFL is now in the 13th edition, and the Raiders both the Raiders and the Panthers are participating for the 2nd year now. So that's enough of the past. Let's get into today's matchup. And as always, we have identified 2 featured players. And being the good host that we are, we'll start out with our guests with the Wroclaw Panthers. And we interviewed quickly Desmond Cooper, their DB. He's 26 years old, and he played college ball at Wake Forest and UNC Charlotte, and actually had entered the training camp of the Jacksonville Jaguars back in 2016. Last year he played in Denmark for the Gold Diggers and now transferred to Poland to play for the Panthers. Let's give it a listen. First of all, welcome to Innsbruck. And you attended the Jacksonville Jaguars training camp a while back. Yep. How was that experience for you, and what were you able to take away from it?
It was a great experience. I was really looking forward to being there. It's my hometown, so I proceeded with my dreams, and it was a good experience. I got to take it everywhere I go now and teach guys what I learned in the NFL. So it was good. It was great.
Last season, you transferred over to Europe for the first year and played with the Gold Diggers in Denmark. How was that transition first from the U.S. over to Europe, football-wise, private life-wise, and then also to Poland?
It's a little different, here in Europe. They don't practice as much as we do in the States. It's kind of a lifestyle for us over there. We needed to hit the college and play at the top level. But, I like it over here. It's a little more relaxed. The private life is good. Europeans are a lot of fun. I like being over here. Other than that, it's a cool place to be.
So when you were announced, it was in the article it said that you would be playing cornerback, some safety, maybe even some linebacker. So what's your kind of natural position, and how much will you be flying around the field today?
My natural position is safety, but I'm kind of anywhere the ball is. That's kind of my natural position on the field. So you'll probably see me anywhere on the field, and I like to do a lot of talking on the field. But I'll try to keep it to a minimum tonight. Hopefully I won't get into no trouble with the refs and just play a good game tonight.
So, and then finally, what do you expect from today's game going up against the Raiders here?
I expect a great match. They're ranked number 4 right now, and they're a team that's always been looked at around all over Europe, and, you hear about SWARCO everywhere. So, I'm looking forward to it a lot. It's a big-time game. We don't usually play in front of as many fans, and good to be in a new area. It's a little higher altitude for us, but no excuses right now. We're just here to play.
Well, have fun out there. Enjoy today, and good luck.
Thank you.
Buddy, very likable guy. He said it in the interview, his natural position is safety, but head coach of the Panthers, Nick Johansson, mentioned that we would probably see him play all over the defensive side of the ball, everything but D-line, basically. So it'll be interesting to see how they try to use him and then kind of create matchup problems. Do you think that he'll be shifting a lot?
I don't know. We've got Patrick Donahue as the top receiver on the other side, and I think Desmond was going to line up and play against him.
What a beautiful segue, Tino. Thanks for setting me up. That's what good friends are for. So we have our featured player on the Raiders side is none other than Patrick Donahue. And it's really interesting. It'll be great to see what this young man can do, because he used to play with the Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns, was tearing up the German league there, had a tryout over in the U.S., then came back to play for the Raiders last year, but unfortunately had a season-ending injury before we really got to see what he's all about. So it'll be great to see him hit the field here at the Tivoli Stadium. Let's give it a listen. All right, standing here with Patrick Donahue, wide receivers for the SWARCO Raiders. After 2 very successful seasons with the Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns, both you and your former teammate Moritz Böhringer ended up in a training camp over in the U.S. How was that experience for you, and what were you able to take away from it?
Honestly, it was an awesome experience. I couldn't have wished for a better team to go to. And to play with Moritz is a great thing as well. I brought away from it, just the thing is there's a lot of other great athletes out there in Europe, in the U.S. No matter where you are, they'll find you.
So last year, you actually already were on the roster for the Raiders last year. Unfortunately, you had a season-ending injury before. The fans here really got to see what you're all about. So how are you doing health-wise, and what do you want to show these fans here?
I'm doing great. I feel amazing. It's just a blessing to be back. I'm just so thankful to be back, and I'm thankful that this team stuck with me. I can't respect them enough. I couldn't be happier.
So the Raiders, of course, reigning CEFL Bowl champions. So what do you guys got to do today to make sure that you get back to the big game?
It's simple. We got to do our job so we end up at the end of the day, 1-0. That's it.
It's that simple. Okay, sounds simple enough. Thank you so much, and have a good time out there. Have some fun.
Thank you.
Both of our featured players got their feet wet in the NFL, so I really hope that that's a matchup that we can follow today. That'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. And as always, we also have our keys to victory for both teams. What do they have to do if they want to go home with a W here today? We will start out with our guest from Poland, the Panthers. Number 1 is pressure Shelton. In 4 AFL games, the Raiders have only given up 1 sack, and that's with Shelton dropping back 100+ times. And that's a big reason why number 12 has 15 touchdowns versus only 1 interception. That's because he has time to stand back in the pocket. And Shelton is pretty athletic for his size. I mean, he can make people miss, he can run, but if you just let him get that comfortable, he will pick you apart. Number 2, cash in on opportunities. The Raiders are the number 1 defense in the AFL, both in scoring and passing. Only 17 points per game allowed, only 169 yards per game allowed. So they're a tough defense to crack. If the Panthers do get into the red zone or have a good drive, they better cash in and look for touchdowns and not settling with field goals.
No, you can't trade field goals for touchdowns against the Raiders. If Shelton has a little time, not only that he's athletic, he's such a good football brain. He'll make the right decisions, and missing Kyle Callahan hurts. On the other hand, you get Dan Donahue back. I saw him 2 years in Schwäbisch Hall. If he's at full speed, he's just terrific. He's exciting to watch. So yeah, they got to pressure Shelton, and if they get in, they got to cash it in. They got to be. I think they're going to have a strong running game, but let's see.
And the final one, tame the two-headed monster. Both Sandro Platzkum and Tobias Bonatti, the running back core, has been beyond impressive. I mean, pick your poison. Talk about 2 good guys back there. Both offer home run potential, both in the rushing and in the passing game. And they've got speed for days. I mean, Sandro has proven this time and time again over the past season, but Bonatti is really at his coming out party kind of. And is making a name for himself. Only against the Vikings last game, he had a 49-yard rush for a touchdown and a 79 pass reception for a touchdown. So these 2 will be tough to tame.
Versatile backs, very good backs. Hold on to the ball well. Yeah, let's see.
And on the other side, we have the Raiders' keys to victory. If they want to make this home crowd go home happy, this is what they got to do. First of all, bounce back. They just lost their first game against their arch enemy, the Vikings, and they lost it by a touchdown. So it was a close game, but they weren't able to take home a W out of Vienna. So important to not let that linger. How tough is that to kind of put that in the past and focus on the next game?
Well, if you're playing in a competitive league like the Austrian league, and then you play in the CEFL, you got to have short memory. I mean, you got to put it behind. It's history. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, but focus on the next game, and then in 2 weeks the Vikings are coming here, and then you only lost by a touchdown. So if you beat them better than by 7 points, you could still win, and that's fine. So there's nothing happened yet.
Number 2, take care of the ball. I mean, it's old, it's cliche, but it's true. Last game against the Vikings, the offense played a little sloppy. They had 2 fumbles. They were able to recover them both, so they didn't lose them, but still important to hold on to the ball. And Shelton tossed the interception. And against the Black Panthers in the CEFL, Shelton lost a fumble and it was actually returned for a touchdown. So you got to clean that up. Don't give easy points away. And last but not least, another cliche. Look, we're firing on all cylinders here. Play all 3 phases of the games. Of course, this is a nod to the special teams. Against the Vikings, the Raiders missed 2 field goals, so they lost left 6 points on the field there. Lost by 7. And the other thing is, of course, there was a return touchdown against the Black Panthers, where the returner first couldn't handle the kick, but then picked it up and took it to the house. So you don't want to give up those points easily on special teams. That's it. Here we see the crowd at the Tivoli Stadium showing up to support the home team. And here, the marching band getting people riled up. And if you're at home watching us, there are so many ways how you can follow us. So you can be watching us on your TV, on your iPad, whatever, on your laptop, but at the same time, you can be checking your phone and stalking us on social media. Head over to facebook.com/RaidersTV. That's one of the ways you can do it, but we're set up. We're on all relevant channels. YouTube, a lot of game recaps, interviews, etc. Last but not least, we're in the Twitterverse. We're all over. We're versatile.
Can't avoid us.
No. And
we're going to hunt you down.
And this is another good segue, actually. That's one of the reasons I'm so glad that Flo Gein is able to join us today, because he's kind of taken the helm on the social media side. We'll be reaching out to some of our viewers and fans throughout the game, and Flo will chime in and take care of that part. So, Flo, are you, what's your game plan? Let's put it that way.
My game plan for the social media part?
Yes, please. I want a detailed game plan. The X's and O's, please.
Right, I'll have my computer on my lap, and I'm going to watch it really closely. And if anybody got some questions or, I don't know, concerns, wanted to know anything about football, about maybe Chris or Tito Vaneca, then you can write on the Facebook, Raiders TV Facebook page, and I'll try to answer everything you want to know.
We'll be posting some specific questions or like reaching out for info from you guys. But Flo, while we're at it, you had an interesting evening yesterday, right? You got presented the award, I mean this is loosely translated, for the youth coach, best youth coach in Tirol, not just football, I mean just sports general. Can you tell us something about that?
Coach of the year, right?
What did I just say?
Best youth coach, but
youth
coach of the year, yeah.
Flo, help me out here.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, so it was like that. Like Dino was saying, it's the Coach of the Year award for youth football or for youth sports, and it was a great honor. It goes back to the club actually, because it's a club and the team work to get the whole youth program going. We got about 40 coaches just for football. Then we got about the same type of coaches for the cheerleading part, and it's great that that it kind of like get the recognition finally that we have about 160 football players, 130 girls who do cheerleading. So all of that getting appreciated and getting an award for that, it's very nice, and it was a great evening. Very
cool. And you had someone give a speech, right?
Yeah, one of my best friends, Peter Schwarzer.
So
Dr. Peter Schwarzer was giving a great speech.
Did he kill it? Did he nail it?
Yeah, he was doing a great job.
Very
like
good.
Always.
Did you have to give an acceptance speech as well?
No.
No.
They just want to have me off the stage.
Didn't have to thank the academy and thank your mom and dad or whatever. Okay.
Like, hey, let's take a picture.
Get this guy out of here. Yeah.
Well, that way at least they don't
Move
yank
on.
you if you go too long. You know.
Yeah.
But hey, we have you here to be on the stage, so that's good. Thanks for joining us.
I think it's a great accomplishment. I mean, as Flo says, and humble as he is, it's great the recognition for the Raiders program and all the juniors. But I mean, he got the award, and there's a reason for it, because he's a heck of a coach and is very successful, and he relates to the kids very well. So, well deserved.
Thank you.
Flo is such a pro. He's not even blushing. He's just checking social media right now. Very good. So, but that just also goes to show like how far along football as a sport has come in Tirol. I mean, it's a classic, very soccer-driven, very, very winter sports-driven, but getting that recognition for American football here is a great sign, and for good things to come. So while we wait for the referee crew to take the field, Tino, what's your thoughts on today's game?
Well, first of all, I mean, as I said, Callahan broke his leg. That hurts that he can't play, but Patrick Donahue is back. The Wroclaw Panthers have a different problem. Their best receiver from last year, who really made life miserable for the Raiders defense, now plays for the New York Lions of Braunschweig, Germany. So he's gone. They're going to miss that. Let's see how good the quarterback is. I think they're going to be very solid with what they do. They're not going to be very fancy, as I know Coach Nick Johansson a little bit, but they're going to be physical. And on the Raiders side, they can handle a physical team. They've done it before. But how banged up are they from the two last games? I mean, they're missing a couple of people today. And Sean said last week he completed a couple of passes to people he'd never seen before. You know? Like, who's this guy? You know? He's 17 years old, come up from the junior team. I'm eager to find out. I don't know enough about the Panthers, although I've been to Wroclaw a couple of weeks ago.
I wanted to say, you're not just talking out of your, you know what? I mean, you were able to visit the program and check out their facilities, and you were quite impressed, right?
Just out there, it's an impressive program. It's well run, well coached. We checked out junior kids who want to go to college. They were impressively well coached, strong, fast, good athletes. They have a beautiful stadium where the World Games appeared. And they know what they're doing. Coach Nick is here the third or fourth year, so it's consistency, and they're building. The Polish assistant coaches are very knowledgeable. So down the road, I think they're just going to get better because they got a couple of sponsors too.
So we see here the refs taking the field with your head referee of the day, Matthias Kaltenegger. So that crew is already on the field now waiting for, here we see Nick Johansson, by the way, former Raiders coach and now head coach of the Panthers. Do you want to use this platform for a second to talk about what you were doing there scouting-wise, what that's all about?
A former Raiders player, Brandon Collier, put up what he calls Premier Players International, and he tries to get European players scholarships for football in the U.S. In the last year, he got 15 players Division I scholarships. The biggest one, Julian Velchov, going to Michigan, a couple of other kids. And he asked me to come along and to evaluate the talent at different occasions, and one of them was Wroclaw, Poland.
So really great work there being done by you guys, and we'll see where this.
It's a lot of fun, and kids came from all over Poland, and just drove there over hours and hours and hours to work out, and it was like minus 14 degrees Celsius at 9 o'clock in the morning, sun shining, and then boil up to minus 10. So 4 hours in the cold, 5 hours in the cold.
Wow.
Was pretty neat.
So in the background here, we see the Panthers have taken the field. And now it's time for the hometown heroes to have their 50 minutes of fame taking the field. Mascot of the Raiders getting ready for his moment. And here we go, the Raiderettes. We have both the cheer seniors and the dance seniors taking the field. And we mentioned it today, you saw us in our awesome outfits. And now it's the cheerleaders' moment to shine in the traditional dundle. Comes the main event today, the offense getting the nod to take the field. First we'll have the defense come out as a unit, and then the offense getting one-on-one time. Philipp Markreiter carrying the Raiders flag here today. number 70 left tackle, Michael Habertin, a beast of a man.
Gents, folks out there, if you want to take a look at a good, very good, solid offensive tackle, here's somebody to watch. Number 70, he's a joy.
Sebastian Schau, left guard, coming next. The center, Dominic Bauer. Right guard, Florian Hörhager. And the right tackle, Josef Fuchser, another big man.
Still watching him for years, still waiting for him to really live up to his potential.
And now we have number 1 of the two-headed monster, Sandro Platzkummer.
Listen to this place go wild.
And number 25, Tobias Bonatti. It'll be interesting to see how they split the snaps today. Daniel Sauer leading the Raiders in receptions and reception touchdowns in the AFL so far. And here we go, featured play for the Raiders, Patrick Donahue. He's looking forward to making up some lost time from last season. Sandro's older brother, Adrian Platzkummer, receiver. And last but not least, the veteran under helm, Sean Shelton.
Found his home here, is going to get married this year, he told me.
You want to mention the sock game really quickly?
But you know what? Hey, what a blessing for the Raiders to get a guy like him here, and he can stay here for years, you know.
Incredible, yeah. Such a nice, humble guy.
Oh, he's beautiful. He's just beautiful. So we got the national anthems coming.
We'll start out with our guest from Poland with a Polish hymn. Play ball. So Tino, maybe just one more time the question. I mean, how incredibly rare or is it that a couple of seasons ago the Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns basically produced 2 wide receivers that made it over to the U.S. to the NFL for camps or tryouts, or even got drafted with Moritz Böhring and also Patrick Donahue?
Well, it happens once in a while. I mean, it's just it happens what kind of talent you get. But first of all, and that's of course, it doesn't happen with every team. Schwäbisch Hall over the last 25 years has done an incredible job to build this program. They have excellent coaching. Last year they won the German Bowl and they were runner-up in the Junior Bowl. The year before they won the Junior Bowl and were runner-up in the German Bowl with the men's. So, I mean, they're just feeding their team from the junior teams, and when you have excellent coaching in place, then it's easier for talent to blossom and to flourish. On the other hand, don't forget, I mean, Birmingham made the practice squad of the Vikings for a season. Donahue went to camp with the Packers, probably as a returner, but that's a numbers game. I mean, taking nothing away from Patrick Donahue, he's spectacular, and I really love to watch him. But there's a dime a dozen over in the U.S. that are as good as he is, and that's why he probably came back here. And the NFL is just a different level of football, a different level of athleticism.
Talking about the Panthers, the opponent of today, they've been around since 2013 from Wroclaw, the city. It's the 4th biggest city in Poland, 640,000 inhabitants. I'm going to go ahead and just say a blanket apology before the game starts. No, I mean, I'm in all seriousness.
Thanks for including me.
No,
I mean,
I'm going to do this for the both of us.
Absolutely.
The pronunciation of the names is going to be tricky for us. The languages are different, so just bear with us and don't hate us too much, please.
We'll do our best
to do our best.
We'll do it to do it right. If we don't hit it on the spot, then please just
stick around and have fun anyways.
yeah.
So the Panthers are actually the reigning champions of the Polish league. They won it twice in a row, 2016 and 2017. They also won the EFOF Europe Champions League back in 16. So they are no joke. But maybe you can shed some light on this. There's been a bit of a controversy in Poland with the football league there.
Well, yeah, there's not a real federation in Poland. They have what they call federation, but it's not a real government-sponsored federation. After the last season, the best teams in Poland gathered and said, we're going to form our own league to make this more competitive and to take care of our players. And now they have 2 leagues going parallel. But a meeting is scheduled in the next couple of weeks where they will sit down and then probably come together under one roof and you know, found a foundation.
Figure this out,
found a foundation, and then make the first league and a second league and get this all organized and structured. They're playing in 2 different leagues, but they're not fighting each other, which is the good thing.
That's a good
because it would ruin the game. Football in Poland is really coming along. They have a lot of talent, and if they would have a real federation, boy, could they have a national team.
So the Panthers currently 4-0 in their league. Have been quite dominant so far, but they are a talented team. So Tino, congratulations. We got through the housekeeping part of it. Now we're going to watch some football. This is what we all came for, right?
Yes. Finally, the sun's disappearing because I'm already crisp.
I think I look like a crab already from that bit of sun. So we have Pichelmann here lining up for the kickoff.
That's the former soccer player, right?
Exactly. Played here for the local team, Wacker Innsbruck. And after retiring, decided, you know what, I'm just going to pick up another sport and be really good at that.
Why not?
Just waiting for the refs to give the ball free.
Desmond Cooper back there, and is that number 5? Their numbers are hard to recognize from the distance, but.
And we're underway. Nice kick over. Hopefully number 5 that you mentioned, but he's wrapped up immediately.
And that was Patrick Donahue coming downfield and making that hit on special teams.
It was Gigic, I think, number 5.
Tomas Gigic, yes, number 5. And then Patrick Donahue comes downhill and just runs right by everybody and sticks his hat in there.
So, good way to start things off for special teams on the Raiders side, as we mentioned in the keys.
Now here we go, spread offense. Trips to the top of the screen. One back, and Timothy Morovic is the quarterback.
And he's looking to pass it on the first play of the game, rolling out to his right side, looking for someone, nobody home, but stays in bounds, still on his feet, working back over the field, but slips. So that was a lot.
So here's something that you see. Here's another phase that he brings to that game. He's athletic. He can run. So you really have to contain him, but it looked like a little bit he tries to do too much. Let's see.
For the first play from scrimmage, he was trying to make a lot happen there.
Yeah. Lost a yard.
So officially still 2nd and 10 now. And this one's a quarterback keeper, planned up the middle, up the gut for a couple yards.
They pull the center. They block down with a guard, and they pull the center on this one.
And we see number 32 is in on the tackle. That's Simon Hosa, and it's his birthday today. So happy birthday to Simon Hosa from the Raiders TV crew. I was hoping that he has a good game. 3rd down coming up. Oh, a nice spin move rolling out to his left side, and now he's just going to run for it. But he gets wrapped up.
Not going to make it. So what we see is the offensive line is not having problems with the speed of the Raiders defense right now. Here you can see Mark Reiter coming around the corner. The tackle barely gets a hand on him.
But Mark Reiter cleans him up in the end. And that will force the first drive to end in a punt. And we have Donahue back there waiting for the reception. I think it's Platzgummer, hard to tell from the side.
Whoa, nearly got blocked.
Platzgummer taking the ball, weaving through some tackles, still on his feet, but gets wrapped up at the Panthers 40.
Number 12, no, that was not number 12, was it?
Ooh,
No.
Donahue runs into him. That was almost a negative play, but then he gives him a nice block.
That was, I mean, they nearly blocked the kick, and then the kick was not very high, so he out-kicks the coverage, and that's why he's able to come back and get great field position on the 40-yard line for Shelton.
And we see the two-headed monster that we mentioned right away. We have both Bonatti and Platzgummer split back.
Two backs, slot left, Donahue down bottom of the screen, and we got Desmond Cooper at free safety.
Platzgummer went in motion, but Bonatti got the ball weaving, but gets met right away at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
So he lost a yard, half a yard? No, he did. 0 gain. Yep.
The Raiders usually looking to establish the run at the beginning.
Yaroslav, the left cheek, wrapped his arms around Bonatti.
Now we have 4 wide receivers and 1 running back out there. This time Shelton looking to pass to his left side. That's his star receiver Donahue, and he makes a couple of guys miss. Some shake and bake in there, and gets up to
and
the...
Haberdine comes in and cleans it up. But there's what there's what I said. You get Donahue the ball quick, and he can do something with it. He can make a couple of people miss because he's so elusive.
That's 2 guys right there. Makes a 3rd guy miss. And
first down. 25-yard line. Cooper still at free safety. Now Donahue in motion.
This time pistol formation, and it's the Fake handoff, and he tosses it out to Donahue onto the perimeter. Makes another guy miss before getting pushed out of bounds.
5-yard pickup. 5-6-yard pickup, solid play. And I understand what offensive coordinator Lee Rowland is doing. I mean, get the ball to your playmakers and get it there quickly. Shelton had the option to give it to Donahue, to give it to Platzkummer or Bonatti. I don't know who the back was.
Bonatti.
And then he ran the option himself, and when he was attacked, he pitched it out there. So, it's an 8-yard pickup, 7-yard pickup, so that's a good play. If you're beyond 4 yards on first down, it just increases your chances of getting to a manageable second or third down.
Again, looking to pass it, finds his guy.
Yep.
That was the other Platzkummer, Adrian Platzkummer,
yep.
with a nice
First down.
reception of the
11-yard line. So they can. He has time. This is good pass protection. Look here. They pick up the blitz, the twist. Habatine has his man hands down, so he had time.
So starting out with some high percentage passes, just kind of getting a rhythm. Seeing Sandro Platzkummer line up as a receiver a lot so far. And he swings it out to Adrian Platzkummer, and he jogs in for a Raiders touchdown.
Yeah, a nice little play action fake. If you have backs like that, they have to honor that. Nice little play action fake. Throw the ball in the flat. Nice, easy, high percentage throw, as you said. Good protection.
And the offense is coming out, firing on all cylinders. Looking like a well-oiled machine here. The kick is up and good, and the Raiders draw first blood, going up 7-zip here in this CEFL matchup. Well, everything going as planned so far. Donahue finding into the game right away.
And again, here you have the little play action fake. And then Adrian Platzkummer is just too fast and wide open, and that was an easy score. Pick up the twist. It's just good protection, solid.
So the crowd's getting into it here. They're liking this quick start. And Beekman, the southpaw, gets ready to kick it off again. And again, he elects to go over to that side. Cooper is a blocker. And he gets out to about the 16-yard line.
Tomas Djidzic again. Carries the ball like a loaf of bread here. No high and tight. That's a block in the back right there.
So let's see what Moravec can do here with his second drive, if they can get something going. Quick handoff, running it up the gut. Good for a couple of yards. And you're right, it is pretty hard to read the numbers. That was number 32, Kwiatkowski.
It's a power read play where they pull the guard, and then the quarterback decides if he hands it off or if he follows the pulling guard. It didn't get anywhere.
And try a similar play to go up the middle. This time, nothing there.
Yeah, but Max Wild, number 90, he's just too fast. The pulling guard doesn't pick him up. He beats him to the punch, and that's what ruins the play. They're having real problems with the speed of that D-line and the linebackers.
3rd and 8. Let's see if they can give their quarterback a little bit of time for the receivers to get open.
That's a holding here.
Swings it out to the right side, but it sails. The ball sails out of bounds.
Boy, Mr. Ref, what are you looking at? That right tackle, he was hugging the guy.
Going with outside curl route, but nobody home. So it looks like
They're going to go for it on 4th down already? Okay.
wow, 4th and 8 from their own 28.
Nope.
It's a drop kick.
That's a drop pooch punt, and they were ready for it. That's a good one.
Yeah, it stops at the Raiders 5. He has to pick it up. Big hit. And it's Vincent Müller, I think, with the ball, bringing it out all the way to the 26 or 27.
Yeah, but he got a block which gave him 25 yards, because otherwise he would have been, the ball would be on the 5-yard line.
And it threw the Panther 25 yards back. That block.
Thrown
was
back
a
to
big
last
one,
Tuesday, yeah. Watch this when he picks up the ball. Bam, right there.
Oof.
Nice shot. Clean hit. So they got the ball on the, oh, it was only 10 yards, but okay, they got the ball on the 20.
Oh, must have stepped out of bounds there, yeah. So Sean Shelton gets his second go with the offense. And it's a handoff up the middle, and there's a hole there. Bonatti exploits that hole.
It's a zone read play. I mean, basically, Shelton just, you know, gives the ball to Bonatti, but holds on to it and reads that defensive end. It's good blocking up front from the right guard, right tackle. Solid 1st down.
Desmond Cooper meets him in the hole there. The feature player from the Panthers makes his presence felt.
Oh, yeah, pistol 2 backs now.
Fake handoff,
action.
looking to pass it.
Yep.
Swings it
Bonatti.
out to Bonatti. Nice stiff arm. Looks like he was just able to pick up a new 1st down.
Well, I don't think so.
I'm marking him a little short, you're right.
I think it's a bad spot, but yeah, it's an easy play. I mean, it's a little play action fake and then throw it to the fullback who goes in flat. In this case, Bonatti.
I mean, the Panthers so far not able to force the Raiders' hand. They're not doing anything flashy. They're just playing fundamentally good.
A 3 and out twice on offense, and then they can't match the speed. That's what Nick Johnson said before the game. Told me, he said, I want to see how our speed matches with their speed. Right now, the team in black is faster.
And this time, Shelton holds on to it himself, picking up 6 yards or so.
Little option going behind Habitin. That's a heck of a block. I mean, I can walk through that hole.
Again, looking to pass it over to the left side. Number 10, Donahue, safe hands, spinning out of the tackle, but stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, and Coach Lee Rowland is doing so. I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's just taking what the defense gives you, but executing it with perfection, and just keep the sticks moving. Look here, good protection again.
I mean, we mentioned it in the keys to victory. They will have to find a way to put some pressure on number 12. Otherwise, I mean, they'll just keep driving that ball.
Exactly.
Another 5 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. The Raiders once again on the move. This time over firing out to his right side. Sandro Platzkum is met right away by 2 Panthers defenders.
Yeah. Pickup of 2.
A lot of quick outs into the flat. We'll see if they're kind of setting up something for them to go deep. They have some speedy, good receivers on the roster, so Shelton can certainly air it out.
Draw play here.
Nice spurt up the middle, picking up a 1st down yet again is Tobias Bonatti.
Look how patient Sean is. Makes it look like a pass, then hands it off, and then Bonatti explodes, makes the first guy miss with a brilliant move. Take a look at this play. He just now hand it off. Just take what the defense gives you. First down. Wonderful.
Oh, trying to set up kind of like a quick screen to Bonatti, but he's not able to reel it in.
It was a screenplay.
I think it was a forward pass, though, right?
Ain't too sure. That's what the refs are going to talk about right now. That's
I mean, Bonatti made sure to pick it up
good
anyways.
that he picked it up. You can't see it from this perspective.
That's always a dangerous play. If it bounces into the Panthers' hands, there's nobody.
So yeah,
Nothing there but green.
It's a forward pass, incomplete, so it's second down from. What do you have, Flo? Let me know. Talk to us. Come on. Okay, what? End of first quarter? Here we go.
No, we still have
No, we have
3:30 left to go.
Yeah, but the back jets is showing us.
Some dance moves.
I think that the clock is wrong.
Yeah,
Because
I
it was
think-
an
yeah.
incomplete pass.
Yeah, you're right.
Flo just diving in to make the record straight.
That's why we have
Thanks a
legends
lot.
here.
That's the thing. Don't be shy.
Yeah, but now,
Oh, nice jump cut. Little
beautiful.
juke there and sprinting up the middle. Bonatti having himself a game so far.
Tell you what, number 50, Simon Abdamczyk, he's having himself he's getting off the ball better and better and better on that D-line. Pretty athletic kid, but the other guys, there's no pressure. He's the guy across the right guard, across the center right now. So.
Another handoff to Sandro Platzkum, he finds a hole, makes a guy miss, spins out of tackles, finally gets brought down, but they are well into the red zone at about the 6-yard line.
Well, it's the same thing I'm saying again. They have problems with the speed. They hit the hole so quick.
And whoop.
Even though the center gets pushed back. Yeah, they run around it and they hit the hole so quick that the linebackers can't get there.
Yeah, Desmond Cooper flies in to clean him up before he can break any planes there. First and goal. Another handoff, this time to the left side. He's waiting patiently for the blocks, try to bounce it outside, but and again Cooper flies in. He has some serious closing speed.
He does. Looks like they lost a yard. Yeah, second and goal. Yeah, one-on-one down here on Donahue. Now they're coming. And Shelton runs
Shelton
the option.
keeps it, and he jogs in for a Raiders touchdown.
Perfect play. Perfect call because they all come up to the line of scrimmage. The linebackers, they're showing blitz, they're bringing the house. Once you get through the first hole, nobody left. Read very well, blocked very well.
So the Raiders offense putting on a clinic here so far. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. 1 through the air, 1 on foot. It's blown dead. So we'll have to re-kick this one. False start against the Raiders. Back it up and repeat. It's up and in. Beekman stays perfect on PATs. New score, Raiders 14, Panthers zip. And the Raiders faithful, along with the cheerleaders, celebrating this second touchdown here in the first quarter on this beautiful spring evening here at the Tivoli Stadium in Innsbruck.
Oh, what a beautiful play. I mean, they bring the linebacker, they occupy Habertin, the left tackle, they bring the linebacker outside of him. And now what happens is the linebacker has to take the back on the option, and as he's flat-footed, then Shelton runs right by him.
Here we go, kickoff number 3. This one, high and short. Oof, it's slammed there.
Yeah, no return at all. Number six, Camille Ruta, the big linebacker.
Oh yeah. So it'll be interesting to see if Nick Johansson is able to make any adjustments here. He is the head coach and at the helm of the offense as well. Airs it out to the right side. Nice completion. Breaks it back in, but only good for a couple of yards. That was the other Djidzic. I guess that's his brother, Baltos.
Yeah, they run like a double slant, and then the middle receiver in the trips runs like a little bubble. Throw it to him, but pick up a 4, 3 or 4. Here comes a run. Going
Power
nowhere.
up the middle, but no daylight there. Front 7 of the Raiders shuts any door right away.
Max Bill at number 90 slams the door right in her face. Pickup of 1. Got 3rd and 5.
The Panthers have yet to pick up a first down here in this first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. This time he runs it up the gut himself, and he has a hole.
There's the first down.
There we go. Keeping the drive alive.
Elusive quarterback makes something happen, gets his team going. But
Timothy Moravec is from the States as well. This time he rolls out to his left, airs it over the middle, and finds his wide open receiver. Again, it's Djidzic.
Bartosz Djidzic, number 15, yeah.
Close to midfield.
Left
now.
tackle gets overwhelmed. The back fights for his life, but delivers a good block, and that enables.
So that's it for the first quarter. Entertaining, fast-paced game so far, but the Raiders definitely dominating. Let's check out the stats so far, powered by Hockey Data. Here we go.
1 and 0. Look at the top 2 columns.
Wow.
But that first, I mean, they had a pass right now.
So that can't be accurate right now.
No, because I guess they prepared that before that last play.
Exactly.
But Shelton.
But also the tense is not.
Shelton is 6 of 7. Got 65 rushing yards already. You got 8 first downs already.
I mean, concentrating on the Raiders side of things, the offense is clicking, I think, to put it mildly. So we're switching sides here, but the Panthers offense is finally showing some life, picking up a couple of first downs, finding A chunky yardage over the middle. Let's see if they can build on this.
I would hope so, because I would like to see a competitive game, you know.
Makes sense. So here we go. This is a kind of a tradition here at Raiders TV. We want to know where you're watching from. Roll call, baby. Hit us up on Facebook and post in the comments where on this lovely earth are you watching from. First down, nice little handoff. Oh, and he makes a second effort diving forward for a couple yards there.
Number 40, Konrad Staszewski.
He's a compact running back, if
Fullback.
I may say so.
Yes, he is. It's like 6'1", 235, 240, something like that.
Fake handoff,
Extra
looking to
fake,
throw
good
it,
block.
steps up in the pocket, but it collapses
Oh.
on him. 2 Raiders in on the sack.
Max
Wild.
Wild again. And
But also-
Moravik was lucky that his knees are still there. I mean, when he tried to escape, he really got pulled back here.
Yeah, it was a double team. Melchior was in on it too, and he's been actually
He's
the
been
sack
very-
leader so far.
Been
in
very
the AFL.
active.
He has 3 sacks so
Belgian
far in the
45 has been
AFL,
very active. Yeah, here
and
we
also 8.5 tackle for losses. So a really good play so far on the D-line for Melchior
go.
this
3rd
year.
and 10 again.
Throws over them. Oh, no, out to the left. Was he able to reel it in? I think they're going to give it to him, yeah. And it was enough for a first down as well.
To Djigic again.
So the quarterback and Gigi's finding kind of a repertoire here.
Good hands. Okay, they're taking out the right tackle, bringing the other guy back in. 77 was the starter. Mr. Biletsky.
Trips right with a one-on-one matchup to the left side. That's where he's looking. It's a double move, and he's trying to go deep. No flags coming out. The receiver calling that he was pushed.
Back judge just made the signal for uncatchable. I don't know. I don't think it was pass interference if it would have been defensive holding.
No.
But
Love to see a replay on that one.
I'm not a zebra, so I don't know.
Here we see head coach Nick Johansson watching from the sideline. 2nd and 10 coming up here. And he decides to keep it himself. The quarterback making a couple guys miss, picking up a first down. Nice scat run here.
Good ball handling. Leaves the ball in the fullback's stomach for about 2 or 3
Eternity.
steps. He really rides him. Yeah, which makes the defense move right here. Everybody's concentrating, and then he pulls it.
Yeah, Aaron Akala really got frozen on there.
Yeah, and I don't blame him.
Again, throw over the middle. Oh, and it hits him right in the numbers. It looked like he was surprised by it, but he was able to reel it in.
So to me, it looked like he threw a little bit behind him. But he caught it. Number 10.
Macau.
Looks like a chubby receiver. Protection's getting a little better. He's got some time. Yeah, it's behind him.
Yeah,
and
true.
he catches. Nice catch.
Nice catch, yeah. Not easy to handle. And hey, the Panthers are in the red zone.
They're knocking on
Their
the door
first
now.
and
They
goal
got to
from the
cash
3.
it in, as we said.
There we go. Another key to
There's the
victory,
fullback.
trying to run it up the gut. Waiting for a signal. Johansson seems pretty clear on what he saw, but they're going to mark him down at the 1, I guess, or half a yard.
The receiver on the top of the screen got clean.
63 and on the tackle.
53, Simon Riedel.
53, thanks. Saving a touchdown right there.
2nd down. Quarterback keeper.
Oh, he had green light in front of him, or daylight, let's put it that way. But he
Touchdown.
Oh, they're giving the touchdown.
Yeah, well, the ball has to cross the plane.
Sure.
That's enough, so he doesn't have to be in. And
It looked like he would be able to jog in, but then he got wrestled down. But second effort, reaching
stretched
out with the
Here
ball.
let's see. Here's the replay. Okay, they pull the guard. It's a quarterback power. He bounces away. And that's a heck of a try here from. Well, the ball crossed the plane.
looked like his left elbow might have been down, but
What was that, 91?
Yeah, Ronakali making a nice play, actually.
Beautiful play. Just for an inch.
Kick is up and in.
Flag, late flag.
The Panthers up on the board. New score, Raiders 14, Panthers 7. Tino, we have ourselves a ball game, it looks like.
Well, I'm glad they picked it up a little bit. I mean, I think they took 2 drives to just adjust to the speed of what was coming at them, but they've got some physical specimen out there. I mean, if you look at it, that fullback, he can run. The chubby receiver who caught the ball, he can move. So just, don't judge the book by the cover just because they look bad. I think they're playing well. You can see that they're well coached.
Nice catch.
Yeah.
So one more time, our call towards you. Roll call. Where are you watching from? We want to know. Flo, can you already give us like some first results?
Yes, I can. I got a couple guys watching from Wroclaw, so some guys in Poland watching the game.
Hello, I hope you enjoy it.
Right, and then one very, very important guy is watching it too, Christoph Hindle. He is a former Raiders player. He went through the Nachwuchs program, through the youth program, and is now enrolled with Baylor and just finished the spring football for the first time in his life.
No way.
So he's
hello
watching
to Waco, Texas.
So he's in Texas.
There.
Very
Hey,
cool.
good.
Then we got a guy, Florian Schellhorn. He's in Vienna watching it with his girlfriend, I think, with Karin Lichtenauer. And yeah, so a lot of guys all over the world.
Yeah, we have some surprising places like Wyoming or Mongolia or.
Not really. There's there's one. It's Braunschweig.
A squib kick
Braunschweig,
there.
yeah, that's nice.
Donahue picking it up. Yeah, keep them coming though. If you guys are watching, please let us know where you're watching from. Flo will keep us posted.
I remember last year we had the roll call guy send a picture and said I was sitting the other side of the stadium watching you guys
That's
on his
awesome.
cell phone. I'm like,
It's a multimedia world, you know.
it is, absolutely.
Just wait until people were sitting in the stadium with like VR goggles on or something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
So the Raiders offense back out on the field. Shelton looking to pass it on first down, stepping up in the pocket, airs it out, and Donahue with the catch. And no one's going to catch him from behind, I can tell you that. Touchdown Raiders. One play from scrimmage is all it took.
And I hope we get a camera from behind because watch the block of the right guard. This makes this play go. Because 50, I said, is pretty athletic defensive tackle who's getting better and better. Adamczyk, and he just gets manhandled. And Donahue's wide open.
Nice little dance there on the sidelines. I think that's what you call an answer.
Yeah.
Panthers kind of working their way up the field.
All
and
the
then,
way up the field, go bang.
Boom.
Smack it right in your face.
And we're back to a 14-point lead. That did not take long at all. Yeah, we're wondering how long it'll take for them to take a bit of a shot down the field. Here's the answer. And the Panthers didn't seem quite ready for it.
Here it is. Watch the right guard. He gets out there, and then he goes, bam. And that Shelton's got time. Donnie was wide open. They forgot him completely.
Yeah, Donahue was wide open. It seems like he just got lost in the mix. There's coverage on the left side with the wide receiver, but
They ran 3 goals.
nobody there to pick him up.
The center helped the guard. That's when he got pushed over. Good job.
Desmond Cooper on the pursuit. If anyone could catch up with him, I guess it's him. But Donahue turned on the Jets. Bye-bye. the short kick.
A little better from Mr. Gigic this time. Gets out to the...
It's like 33 or so.
Looks like 30.
34?
Yeah.
No, 33.
That.
Yeah, followed his
Good
blockers.
blocking. Good blocking. It's 53 again. Simon Riedel cleans him up.
Let's see if they can put together another drive like before. They started out the same way with a run up the middle. But he gets stood up.
Yeah, but they pick up 4. That's a good run.
That's all you can ask for on first down, right?
Yeah. I mean, my buddy Friedemann Hayes is doing the analytics for Schwäbisch Hall now, but we put together over years. What do you need to play successful football? And the first one is you got to get four or more yards on first down. Because you always hear the coaches talk about manageable third down. But if you get less than 4 yards on first down, chances that you will have a manageable third down, saying 3 yards.
So how about if you get 0 yards on second down? What does that do analytically?
Well, you have 3rd and 6. That's still manageable, but it's not what you ideally want. You want something 1 to 3 yards because it changes your play calling completely. Yeah, now you got to air it out.
Timothy standing there looking for his go-to receiver once again.
Here you have the next 3 and out. While they're staying in. Quarterback staying in, he might pooch kick it again. Vincent Miller's, no, he's not going back. They're bringing Donahue in. They might go for it.
Here we
Nope.
see.
That
He faked the punt and then pulled it back again. He's still on his feet, but he gets met by 4 Raiders there. That looked
was that
kind of
designed?
messy.
Was that designed? I don't know.
Flo's shaking his head. We just got a wind gust up here. Sorry, we're trying to save our
Yeah, we got to save
livelihood.
save the shades and save
The screen.
hold the screen. Yeah, maybe we can see that one time again. We didn't have a chance to
We
watch
just
it.
missed
now,
it
but-
because we're kind of taking
Yeah, I'm sorry.
care of
but-
everything.
Yeah.
We see the cheerleaders doing their thing in the diddle. The most functional wear. But honoring Tyrolean Day here today. So, the offense starting off with great field position at the Panthers 38. Tosses it over defender to Bonatti, and he's got lots of room over on the left side. Hey, Flo, maybe you can speak to what we mentioned earlier, this very dynamic running back duo. I mean, that's right up your lane, right? Sandro Platzkum, Bonatti, what do you think about them? How do you see the future of these two guys?
Yeah, both of them are really great because they're good friends. They work out together, so they study the same. They're both into medicine. So Sandro is a year ahead of him, of Toby. But both of them, they're lifting together, they're running together, so it's going to be a bright future for both of them.
And they share playing time. They don't envy each other, you know. If he gets more playing time than I do, and that's what it looked like. Oh, that was smart, Sean.
It was, but it drew a flag, so we'll see what the referee.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage, though. Or you have an ineligible lineman downfield. Because he decided to throw it away last second.
Holding, yeah.
Okay, as easy as that. 60, there it is. Yep.
So there's an update about the
roll call.
spectators, the roll call.
Hit us.
There is one in Sydney,
No way.
Australia, so that's pretty cool.
What time is it in Sydney, Australia now?
I don't know. It's either early.
Shelton airs it out, going deep, trying to drop it into the basket of Donahue, and he pops up and asks for a flag, and he's getting it. Looks like he had his guy beat. Number 25, Adam Larry, was in pursuit. maybe pursuing a little too actively.
Sydney, what else?
Yeah, there's Sweden, Poland, of course, Germany, all over Germany. There's Lübeck and Braunschweig.
Tino, do you have your guys watching? Are they chiming in?
Bad
yet?
Hamburg, hopefully.
We got some
I mean, they can learn from this. They better watch because I'm going to ask them questions tomorrow.
Pop quiz?
Yeah. When they come to the stadium, they get pop quiz. If you can't answer 50%, you're not dressing.
Strict. Tino's pulling out the heavy guns here. So it is pass interference indeed. Here we see it one more time. Shelton was queuing in on Donahue the whole time.
Oh.
Donahue tries to lay out, but he got held back.
So there's another one coming in, Chihuahua in Mexico. So
Cool.
hello to Gianluca Sant'Agostino.
Hello there.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Mexico. Great. People watching all over in all different time zones. Sydney again. I need to look at what time it is. Night owl. Shelton fakes to his right, comes back to his left, and finds Donahue. He turns on the Jets and sprints in for another touchdown. Raiders go up another 6. 27-7.
3:41 in the a.m. in
Are
Sydney.
you kidding?
So he probably got kids.
Yeah.
That's why he's up that early.
I hope you open a can of beer.
Flo,
and-
not.
having a couple of cold ones watching the game while everybody else
Are you?
is asleep.
You're not speaking from experience somehow, are you, Flo?
Of course I am. But it's great that these guys are watching.
Oh, absolutely.
Beekleman stays perfect. New score 28-7 Raiders. Not many lefty kickers you see, right? Or is that, does it change like the
Let's watch
job
the
for the
play here
holder?
again. That's a throwback screen. He goes 3 steps to one, so bam. The guy who could have made the tackle got picked off. Nice peel back block. But he goes one way with the ball, turns around, throws it back. Here you can see it again. Get the defense to move one way. And now somebody has a chance here, and he gets killed.
The 4 Raiders blocking over in that direction. They were outnumbered for sure.
Nice design play, good call.
Not as vanilla as we saw it in the first couple of drives. That was a nicely drawn up.
Yeah, but
Not really. Makes sense if I do air quotes if I'm not on picture, right?
why not?
Nice kick. Drives it through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, he's got the wind in his back right now.
So we got another 7 minutes to go here in the first half, but we are already going to call out another tradition that we have. Q&A session. Ask Chris and Tino. If it's about football, probably and mostly Tino. And, oh, we added in Flo. Here we go.
Ask Flo, don't ask us. Ask Flo.
Exactly. I mean, he's the one reading through it anyways, and he'll be able to answer most of the stuff. So,
Yeah. We're going to pop quiz him now with the answers.
Exactly.
Give him some.
We're a dynamic trio here, so
give us
just
some
hit us
trivia.
up with whatever you want to know.
Give him some trivia. We're going to have some fun here. There we go.
Who tries to step up in the pocket but cannot escape. The pressure catches up with him. Nice sack here.
32, Simon Hoser came from the side, from the top. Back misses the block.
Very nice.
And the play goes down.
Making himself a birthday present right here.
Yeah, 32 missed 32.
And Reed coming in and cleaning it up. Nice team effort.
So lose 6 yards on first down.
So, yeah, and analytically, statistically, that's probably not the way you want to go. That won't really open up your playbook. Ooh. Throws it out, but they were not on the same page. He threw a much
Well,
flatter.
it looks like the wind got a better of that one, but it was a bad throw. It looked like an awkward throw. But the wind's coming from all kinds of directions right now.
It's pretty gusty, right?
It's not only gusty, but it's coming from, right now it's blowing in my face. 2 minutes ago, it came from the left.
There's the MVP down there, right there, holding the tent.
Yeah.
You see it in the picture, like
Yeah.
he's underneath that SWARCO tent, and he's holding down the house for everyone. Moravik trying to run it himself.
Escapes.
Ooh. That was like a suplex move from wrestling right there.
And look who's in on that play on defense.
Again, it was Melchior.
Well, look who's going to come clean it up. Right there. Who's that?
Oh.
Number 10,
Playing
Patrick
on
Donahue.
all three phases. We're talking about all three phases. Donahue himself is playing all three phases. So another fourth down coming up here. This time they will have a more.
Take forever.
Oh,
it's blocked.
it's blocked. Number 20 is able to pick it up. But
Remember
that
I
will
said
be
after the
great
first
field
punt they're going to
position.
block one because they take forever. Punter takes forever. He catches the ball, it takes 2 steps to turn it around, then he takes 2 steps to kick it. Can't do it. Raiders too fast for that.
So that's the second fourth down or punt. Not quite sure what that one was before, like if they wanted to punt it or if it was like a fake, but you're not putting yourself in good position if you keep giving the Raiders opportunities like this.
Nicholas Melchev, 45, blocked the punt. And what he did good is he went for the punter's foot, not for the punter. He got his hand to where he would kick the ball. So Shelton's got it on the, what is that, 15-yard line?
It's all set up here nicely. Handoff, Sandro Platzgummer. He makes a guy who gets brought down. Flag comes in late.
Holding.
That'll push the Raiders back a bit. Nice tackle here by number 4, Gvis. Not easy to bring Platzgummer down one-on-one. So 1st and 20 now from the Panthers 25 that pushed them out of the red zone. Again, handoff to Platzgummer, this time over the left side. Still on his feet, weaving through tackles.
Well, a pickup of 12, 13 yards. No, my mistake. Pickup of 5. I apologize, but something's stuck in my throat. What do we have? 2nd and 13, 2nd and 14.
14. Another 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Play action. Shelton rolling out to his right. Airs it out to Bonatti. Good hands. Picking up a good 4 to 5 yards.
Good ball handling. So yeah, a penalty usually eliminates or narrows down the chances of being successful on the drive, but they're still picking it up. They got 2 downs. to pick up a first down if they want to do it, or kick a field goal if this one doesn't make it. Here they come with the blitz.
They draw him offside, I think.
Yeah,
Airs
free
it out.
play.
Free
and
play.
that's piece of pass interference on top of it. But
yeah, Salva was the intended receiver, and that DB was all over him.
yeah, but you get a free play here, and then you go to 3rd and 3 instead of 3rd and 8. Now running gets an option again. Becomes an option again.
So one more time, we ask you to hit us up with questions. You can send them now through halftime, and we'll get back with some answers once the second half. Once we return for the second half. Yeah, here we see it. And Shelton, the veteran, sees it right away, knows that he can air it out into the end zone without taking any risk. So it remains 3rd down, 2 to go. This time Platzkummer goes in motion.
Option.
Shelton pitches it the other way to Bonatti. And he gets pushed out of bounds.
Yeah. But he picked up the first down.
Yeah.
Or did he not?
That's close. It's hard to tell from this angle,
It
but I
is.
think it's enough.
It's first down. 1st and goal from the 5.
Don't need the chain screw anymore.
That was a good play called with the motion fake going misdirection option. I like it.
And we're really seeing a lot of the two-headed monsters, so to speak, that we mentioned before. I mean, Bonatti and
You got
Platzkummer
guys
have
like
been-
that, you might as well use them.
They're not really rotating through. They've just both been out on the field. Shelton.
Touchdown.
Oh, he's got room, and he jogs in for a touchdown. Shelton just flipped the play over to the other side, and there's nobody home.
They had a tight bunch. They had a bunch to the top of the screen with Donahue. One of the you could have just ran an arrow, but ran a little mix there, and the Panthers picked it up. And then Shelton just turns around, and the backside's inexistent. No contain, and that kills it.
Well, that's what happens if you're given this good field position time and time again.
Extra point's good.
Right down the middle. Peekman been pretty automatic so far, but it's only been PATs. He hasn't needed to kick a field goal yet. Touchdowns on every drive.
35-7.
Yeah, I'm gonna check in again. We got people watching now finally at Tivoli Stadium.
Again.
So we got
Who do we have?
Mikel Est, I don't know.
All right.
So it's kind of like a tricky name. And then we got people watching from Doha, Thailand, Denmark.
Doha.
Thailand.
Who from Denmark? I wonder if that's like a former teammate or something of Donahue. No, it's hard.
Oh, there's a lot of football in Denmark, but who the hell is
Desmond
watching in
Cooper.
Thailand on vacation probably?
That's too much you're asking me right now.
Don't need to. That's all right. I was just thinking loud. Or
Greece.
Did I think?
Greece.
We got a guy from Greece, Kali
Greece.
Nichta.
Ooh, he's gonna bring it out. We'll see if that's a good idea.
Why? Son, all that's
Yeah,
going
he
to
gets
happen is you're going to
wrapped
get
up.
creamed.
Yeah, the kick drew him into the end zone, and that's where it should have stayed.
Yep. So we got what, 3:51 left?
Wow, so much pollen
Yeah.
up here. Where to play there? We had that before.
Wow. And try a little jet sweep here. With number 86, Kamil Kwiatkowski. But I mean, they nearly had him in the backfield. They was so fast. And again, it's Nicolas Melcha. He's having himself a game.
Nice little slant route, finding his guy, makes him, oh, he's still on his feet. That's a decent chunky yardage. Bring it out to the 48, close to midfield.
Yep. Tomasz Dzidzic. And then at the end, Philip Markreiter cleans him up. Dodges a couple of tackles.
Oh, nice hit on, lays a nice hit on him there, which forced a drop.
Yeah, but it's incomplete.
Vincent Müller closing in again on Dzidzic.
The other one.
This time the other one, yeah, Bartosz.
Bartosz, yeah. But they have some good hands, those Dzidzic brothers. There's one.
Yeah, there he is again. This time he handles it nicely. Cuts up the field for 7 or 8 yards. And that sets him up with aforementioned manageable third down.
Yeah. 3rd and 2.
Panthers now in Raiders territory, trying to pick up a first down easily. Kind of hurdles over a guy who was laying on the ground, brings that to the 31.
Number 32, Damian Kwiatkowski, the running back. Picks up the first down.
Again, looking to pass, steps up into the pocket and going deep, and he's got a guy. Touchdown, Panthers. Nice pitch and catch. And this time it was Tomasz Dzidzic.
Excellent protection. Yeah, he had time to step into it. But I don't know how he got lost on that route. He was wide open.
It looked kind of like a miscommunication on the back end of the Raiders defense.
That blew the coverage probably.
Okay, it's good. So the Panthers now with 14 points up on the board.
And then he lets it go.
It's a nice throw. There's Eno Martini back there and Vincent Müller looking at each other after, like, I thought you had him.
Mm-hmm. You take him, I have him. No.
One more time. We
Are
want
questions
your questions
coming in already?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Not answering any yet.
Fine with me. I'm just asking.
We need some time to process them and look them up on Wikipedia. You know, like. A squib kick again. Markreiter lets it fly by. Blatzkoma picking it up, has some blocks, back and forth. Oh, he's got the seam over the left side, turning the corner. Gets pushed out of bounds, but makes it all the way over to the, I'd say 35. Let's see where they spot him. At 38-yard line. Nice run by Platzkoma here.
Very nice. I mean, you squib kick it because you don't want to kick it to Donahue. He lets it go by. Platzkoma gets it. Mueller gets a block. And now he just runs away from people.
Turning on the Jets. And again, it's
Desmond Cooper. And
Cooper
the next thing you know is you squib kick it so you don't give up field position. The next thing you know is they got the ball on the 35-yard line or 38-yard line.
This is the third drive in a row that the Raiders start in Panthers territory. Fake handoff, stepping up, evades the tackler, and now he just tucks it and runs with it, picking up a couple yards before running out of bounds. Smart move by Shelton not to force anything downfield. They have the lead, controlling the clock here.
Well, he's such a mature quarterback, and he's always been. I mean, from the first time he stepped on the field here in Europe, when I met him.
Again, looking for the pass. He's got time
Sandro's
to scan the
open
field.
back there. No, Bonatti's
But
open.
once
He
again,
can't see
he
him.
tucks it.
He tucks it. First down. Flag. Probably got a holding.
What were we saying? Get pressure on Shelton.
Yep.
They are kind of doing it now, but
Yep.
then that's a whole different problem that you open up, and that's Shelton's athleticism.
Yes, but if you put pressure on it, what happens here is you get, last drive you had a holding, this time you have a holding. The problem is they play over these penalties and just go, you know, they had a holding last drive, it didn't care, they didn't care.
Able to overcome that, yep.
We got a timeout Raiders, first timeout call today. So we got some time for
stats. So far, Tobias Bonatti, your lead rusher with 33 yards, has a long of 11. Then Timothy Moravik, the quarterback of the Panthers, 28 yards. On the receiving end, Patrick Donahue, 2 receiving touchdowns, $107. Putting on a show so far. We saw him in all 3 phases, as mentioned before.
Yep.
Once again, shout out to our partners, Connection Pilgerfilm and Eka Media.
Yeah, thank you guys. We wouldn't be sitting here if you guys would put this together. Flo, what do you have? Anything?
You know, I've got more people watching. I got especially the parents. Sean Shelton's parents are watching from beautiful Arkansas. So hello to both of you guys. And who else? We got Albuquerque.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here we go.
Slovenia. Yeah. So it's going on, but please make sure to ask us questions.
My first ever head coach, he now lives in Albuquerque, I guess.
Is that him by any chance?
No, I don't think so.
Setting up the screen pass, but they sniffed it out in a hurry. Number 24 came flying in. Kaminsky, the linebacker.
So we have 3rd and 20. Must have been a 15-yard penalty. I didn't even catch. Did you catch that? I mean, the holding, yes, but the 15-yarder?
Guilty as charged. We missed that. Talking about
Yes.
stats and people watching from where. Okay, get our heads back in the game. 3rd and long, that's for sure.
There you go.
Shelton
Touchdown.
airs it out, and he's so fast, Donahue. He reels it in against 3 guys. Highlight catch right there, baby. But goes down right before the end zone, so it's not a touchdown, but Donahue showing off his jets.
Well, I told you before the game, I saw him play in Germany for 2 years, and he just ripped everything apart. He's just fun to watch. And again, you get a 10-yard and a 15-yard penalty, and they don't even care. Bonatti touchdown.
That's too easy.
That's what real great teams do, is they answer penalty play over penalties. They don't get it. We got a 41-14, and it's not even halftime.
40 burger in the first half. That's not something you see every day. Birdie is soaking in the crowd here. Let's look at this pass play one more time. Goes up top, and if Desmond
Great
Cooper isn't there,
concentration.
he's in for a touchdown. Cooper once again cleaned up nicely.
It's nice that they show PAT is good before he kicked it, but yeah,
Now it's good.
Yeah, but it was there before. I mean, he was just lining up. No, it was there too. It was on air, and they took it away again.
That's what you call confidence, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Putting up the pressure on the kicker.
Don't make us take it back. And the Raiders faithful here dancing, deservedly so. Score 42-14, and the half isn't even done yet. 36 seconds left on the clock. Beautiful evening here in Innsbruck after a long winter, a nice spring evening.
And at halftime, if you have already sent your questions, don't go away, because we've got the game from last weekend for you.
Yeah, we have some highlights coming up of the AFL game against the Vikings. Went down in Vienna. Hard-fought game. Always when these two arch nemesis meet up. It's a Raiders player down. Hopefully everything's okay. In the meantime, Flo, how about you giving a chance to plug one of the youth teams? What next matchups do you have coming up?
Yeah, we got on the 5th of May, we're going to travel to Vienna to play the Dragons with the under 13 and under 15. Who's that, Pop?
Jakob Pup, a wide receiver.
Hopefully everything's all right. Wishing all the best from our side. What about home games? Do you have anything coming up where the people can show up?
The week after. So we're going to play on Thursday at the 10th of May, and all the teams are going to play. So we're going to have four games going on.
Yeah, it's the holiday.
It's a holiday,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, we got a game there too.
So you heard it. If you're in and around Innsbruck, stop by, check out the future of the Raiders live in action.
Right, and I got another big spectator coming in, and it's none other than less Jakob Dipplinger from San Francisco.
Hey.
So hello to
Hello,
James.
Jakob.
So
Long time no see.
Right. Haven't heard anything, but now he's watching. So hello from here, back in Innsbruck. We miss you over here.
I'm sure.
As we watch the 2nd and 14, incomplete pass. And with that, clock shows 0. It looks like that was it for the first half. A very well executed clinic by the Raiders so far here.
42-14. I mean, this game is unfortunately out of reach, but these guys keep fighting the Panthers keep fighting.
The Panthers are putting up a fight to what they should bring everything they got.
They're fighting each other.
Yeah, we have.
They got a little frustrated. Two guys got a little bit at each other, but now it's all peaceful but they're just overwhelmed by speed and athleticism and precision of the Raiders.
So everyone heading into the locker room now. We'll see what Nick Johansson, head coach of the Panthers, is able to whip up, if he can make some adjustments to, well, maybe not come back. Not sure if that's in the cards, but at least stop the bleeding.
Well, don't forget, Raiders get the ball after halftime, so it might even get worse. So, we got coming up.
Sorry, the wind is blowing everything away here, making it a little tricky.
Yeah.
So first of all, we here on the field, we're going to have the Raiderettes have a show.
You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on Twitter. You can come to the stadium and stare us in the face, and you're welcome.
You can stalk Tino on social media. So at halftime, we're going to have a Raiderettes cheer show from the seniors, and then the marching band of Wattenberg is going to give us a live performance. Very good. So looking at the stats right here, it's a pretty, lopsided picture. 308 total yards to 162.
Well, at least the Panthers picked up some offense. I mean, they didn't have anything in there in the first one. But Shelton is 12 of 16 is pretty neat. But no touchdowns? No, oh no, it was short.
And Donahue's been putting on a show. I mean,
14 first downs is something.
He had 2 receiving touchdowns and then the bomb at the end, which was just short for another short.
Donahue has 2 receiving touchdowns. Why does it say 0? Interceptions.
That's interceptions. So
Okay.
no interceptions. Shelton has been spotless on that side so far.
Yeah.
No turnovers in general, except the turnover on downs by punts and stuff like that. But the Raiders can go into the locker room happy.
Yeah, we're going to take a break.
We're going to take a break. Stick around. You'll see a little bit of the cheer session. And as Tino mentioned, we're going to have a recap of the last game of the AFL where the Raiders hit the road to play against the Vikings. Stick around, and we will be back with answers to your questions. Thanks a lot.
Der Defense-Seite, der Umpire, Michael. Vikings. Also an der Mann geht selbst über die linke Seite und gleicht den einen oder anderen Verteidigungsspieler aus. Davon geht selbst über die rechte Seite. Kommt über die Markierungsstange.
Okay, welcome back. After halftime, happy to welcome you back for half number 2. And as mentioned, you asked and we answer. Flo, you got something for us?
Right. So first question is, what is exactly the CEFL? Is that kind of like the UEFA Cup? Whatever.
No, it's just a different league. I mean, it's the Central European Football League. It started in former Yugoslavia about 10 years ago. And there are teams who can voluntarily play in this league to get additional games on their schedule besides what they play in their respective country.
And there is also an NEFL, correct? The Northern European Football
There's
League.
this, yeah, Scandinavian, something like a Scandinavian.
There are plans, or there's talk of playing in a final between the CEFL winner and the NEFL winner. Not sure if it's going to materialize, but okay.
Here we go. Raiders get the ball, start the second half.
We'll trickle in the questions in some breaks.
Let's see if they squib it again.
It worked so great the last time. We're off. Here we go. Half number 2. And they're just kicking it out of bounds. Looks like, was he able to come up with it?
Yeah, he was.
I think he was. Nice play. Patrick Pilger. Go for the ball before it went out of bounds.
Well, at least they held the Raiders to field position within their own half.
Not your typical start to the second half. So the ball will be spotted on the Raiders 42. And looks like more of the same. Once again, we have Bonatti and Platskuma sharing duties back there in the backfield. Handoff to Sandro. He jukes a couple guys out, but then gets brought down by number 99, Rosolik.
That's what happens if you do the cutback too early on the zone play. Then you got 1 or 2 guys sitting there completely unblocked. But he saw something closed on his left side where the play's supposed to go and cut it back, but he couldn't escape.
Got some pressure, backing up and just throws it into the ground. Wise decision. Platskuma, Adrian was there in the vicinity, not taking a negative play. So Tino, you as a former and current coach, how would you like, as a Raiders, attack the second half? Is it something where you're thinking, hey, we can try some new stuff, or we stay as vanilla as possible because it's working, or we play some young guys, or what? How do you go about this?
Well, we said to the beginning the Raiders need to rebound from last week, and that's what they did. Mission accomplished. Now,
oh, Shelton goes deep again. Donahue trying to get by his man, but that was overthrown.
Now, after this is the first drive, they have to punt. Yeah, doesn't matter. Game's out of reach. After now, maybe give Shelton one more drive, get all the starters off the field, let other guys get some reps. Now, I don't know if they have another quarterback with Callahan hurt, but you know, don't do anything. Don't try to run this to the end because you don't need to. You got a game coming up in 2 weeks, which you need to win big time.
So the first punt of the game for the Raiders. Looks to be a good one. Desmond Cooper's back there, lets it bounce. And it just keeps rolling all the way to the 4 or 5 yard line. So
beautiful punt.
So Flo, you want to dive in? You got something
Yeah.
else for us?
There's another question coming up, and there was like the question about what do you guys think about Sean Shelton? What does he bring to the table regarding if he, changed the Raiders, or what's the American spirit, what he brings to it, leadership, etc.
Well, Sean is a very. I'll answer this after the play.
Stretch play over to the left side, but Vincent Muller comes flying in with Eno Martini and stops him in the backfield.
Nowhere man down. Sean is a very mature person. When he first came here, he played in Paris, he played in France and in Finland before. But he came in here, and what he's been giving them now over the years is continuity, stability, and leadership. He's very competitive, so I think the whole team around him looks at him, but you can never rattle him. He's a big reason why they're so successful. But of course, they have excellent players, they have excellent coaching. This is one of the bona fide programs in Europe.
Nice pass, kind of floats it over to the left side. Able to get out of it, away from their own end zone there. Yeah, you mentioned it. I think continuity is one of the things, right? A lot of these imports coming over, it's kind of like a revolving door, and if it changes all the time.
Well, you got a new quarterback every year. Even if you keep your coaches, but he's got to learn the offense. And even if they come over here and they're prepared and they know the whole playbook, do they still really understand it until they get reps?
Sorry, more of it taken off, picking up a first down. Nice little kind of juke swim move there and got by the defender.
So if you look at the successful teams, yeah, Braunschweig came in here and killed them. Yeah, Casey Tirol played there for 4 years, 5 years. Adrian Rainbow before 4 or 5 years. Yeah, Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns got the same quarterback 4 years now. Sean Shelton's here 4 or 5 years. These are the successful programs, and it does make sense.
Dancing around in the back and fires a fastball right into the numbers.
Yeah, here comes
he put some heat on that one.
Late flag. Yeah, he zipped it too early.
Flo, why do you keep skipping the question from Hannes Moser there?
What do you mean?
You're evading that one. Come on.
I would keep that for the end. He was
okay, sorry.
He was asking, why is Flo to do the hard work? And I'm like, yeah. Why?
Why? You're the one making us look good here, which I can just speak
You're the
for
youngest
myself.
one. That's why.
Yeah, I guess.
No, he's the only one who could read. Okay, so we got 1st and 20.
Again, quick pass
Quick
to the
throw,
left side,
incomplete.
but cannot corral it. Hits the ground.
So there's another interesting question. How do you see European football develop in the next years?
Do you know you want to take that macro question there?
Do I want to? Sure. The leagues are picking up. I mean, 10, 12 years ago, the CEFL wasn't even there. The Austrian leagues become highly competitive, more competitive than it used to be. The German league's more competitive. In Scandinavia, the Finnish league is pretty good. But we need more leagues. We need more into it. I think football's going to rise slowly. Marovic take it off again, fires it deep.
Ooh, going deep and throws over the coverage. And he can jog in for another touchdown. Once again, number 5, Gigic.
Yeah, and Enrico Martini just misjudged it.
He undercut him, but just then the ball went up top. Another bomb right there to Gigic.
I think the game's going to evolve and develop because you can see it so much more on TV and on the internet than in the old days. Boys want to play this game more now because there's more presence.
And do you see that there's enough base level competitiveness, that they're not like a couple of teams that are up top sitting there and
It stands and falls with the organization and with the coaches. I mean, if you have a club that is well run, and it can be in the low league, like the club I'm on right now, Bad Homburg Sentinels, we were founded 3 years ago. Last year we played a perfect season. Now we're 2-0 right now.
sorry, just real quick,
That's
like,
all right.
beautiful strike on
Yep.
the move. I mean, kudos to Moravik for that pitch right there.
Our board makes smart decisions. Our board got good coaches. Yeah, the players come in, they want to win, they want to get coached, they listen. That's what you got to have. It's not about all the money. It's about making the good decisions. And don't put too much pressure on your coach to win. Sometimes you want to develop players first. Of course you want to win. Every coach wants to win. Every player wants to win. But, you know, if he has a break-even season, it might not be bad if everybody got better.
Flo, how can you answer that actually from a Raiders point of view? I mean, working with the youth, like, what does the future hold there?
Yeah, I think with internet and with the USA getting recognition of Europe, I think it's easier for European youth players to go over there to the United States to play college level football. So I think it's just a matter of time to when you're going to see a lot of European kids going to be in the draft or going to be in like the professional football in the National Football League maybe. So I think that's a benefit that you give like young players new goals to work to, and it's reachable and very, very realistic. So I think that's a good thing.
Getting handoff to Platzgummer, and he hits it the hole hard, trucking through a guy. And Flo, you mentioned like kind of you think that more and more kids will get a chance to play college ball over there. Are there specific positions where it's easier for a European to break through and other ones where it's harder?
Of course there is. I mean, the guys in high schools and colleges, they look for size, so they need linemen. If it's offensive lineman, defensive lineman, doesn't really matter. So as long as the people got size, can move, they are important and they want them. So that's mainly the goal, and that's mainly the way they're looking for. So
Kind of flat out drop here, but just to underline what Flo just said, he's correct. If you look back at the former NFL Europe, you had the national players, and most of them were defensive linemen because it's the easiest position to learn, first of all, to get into the game. They got to be athletic. It's rarely going to happen that you're going to have a European quarterback over there playing, but it happened before. I know one.
Shelton trying to get away from the pressure, able to get the ball over to Platzgummer.
First down. Know where the sticks are. Excellent, Adrian Platzgummer.
Great spatial awareness here.
Very good. Sandro, not Adrian, Sandro. Know where the sticks are. Very good.
Always frustrating when receivers run a route too short for the sticks.
Yeah, but you can see, I mean, the Raiders have been leading decisively at halftime. You can see that the concentration has went down a knot, an inch, and they're getting a little sloppy, but can't blame them.
Swings it out to Bonatti.
Great catch.
Not an easy ball to handle. Good for about 2 yards.
This kid's got some hands.
Flo, you were mentioning that Bonatti didn't start out as a running back, right?
yeah, he didn't. No, he was playing safety and linebacker when he was like 13, 14, 15 years old, and then we moved him as a running back because he's 1 year younger than Sandro, and we had to have a running back the year after.
To replace Sandro?
Right.
Yep.
Because you know.
Take over because of age, yeah.
Yes.
Well, not yet, because Platzgummer's catching balls over the middle, picking up first downs. at least in the seniors.
And once you moved him there, it was just natural?
Yeah, I mean, he was a natural guy. I mean, he knows how to run. He wasn't afraid of contact, and yeah, the rest was history, I guess.
Yeah, you said both of them are very smart, which helps.
Yeah, they got the right work ethic. You know, they don't rest. They just work and work and work.
Another nice run by Platsko, making a couple guys miss. Still juking back and forth.
Good block by Bonatti.
Somehow Bonatti ended up with the ball.
I think it was a fumble right there.
Yeah, Bonatti had a good block. No, yeah.
Let's look at the replay here. It's a nice juke.
Good block by Donahue.
Yeah, it gets stripped.
There's the fumble and then
Right
Bonatti
into the hands of Bonatti. Speaking of the guys being on the same page.
Yeah, but I mean, did he ever step out of bounds? He didn't.
No.
But the lady on the sideline, the ref, she got pushed back and then she said stepped out of bounds. Never did. That's a touchdown. Can we throw a red flag here?
Let's see if I have something laying around. I'm not sure if they.
Let's see if they care.
Other Platskum on the other side,
Adrian.
and that's pretty close.
1
but
yard
they're
line.
Not giving it to him.
1 yard line.
One more question about the two running backs. Do they have a similar running style in your opinion, or do they have like different strengths and weaknesses?
I think they're different. I mean, Bonatti, he runs a little more upright, but he's more the one cut and go guy. And then Sandro, I think because of all his returns and stuff he's doing, he kind of like hesitates sometimes a little bit too much, and then he's trying to
dance
looking for the big play instead of making a big play by one cut and go.
Again, Bonatti in for the touchdown.
There was the one cut, but no go because he was in the end zone already.
It looked like he wanted to keep running.
Well, he did the same thing down here just before halftime. It was exactly the same play.
So there's another question coming in about regarding NFL Europe. Do you guys think that the NFL will bring the NFL Europe back at any time, or if it's going to be possible or not?
Well, it seems like they've more been concentrating on bringing NFL games over to Europe, playing in the UK, upping those games. There've been talk about games in Germany as well, so more kind of shifting regular season games over to Europe, but not creating a separate league.
Just a beautiful zone play from Bonatti. He puts it in. I don't think the NFL Europe is going to come back because, half the owners didn't like it, and half the owners did. And I mean, they were losing like $35 million a year, which divided by 32 is $1 million more or less. You don't even get a player for that. But on the other hand, why spend this money if you can bring the real game over here?
I mean, depending on, there's always been the talk about will they base a team in London, for instance. I mean, there's been enough at least chatter about that as well. If
Well,
that
the
ever
Jacksonville
happens,
Jaguars are
exactly.
based in London anyhow. I mean, they play like every year there, and
That's the. But now they've been playing pretty good, so who knows? Maybe Jacksonville wants them to stick around. I mean, they were pretty close to beating the Patriots last year and making it to the Super Bowl.
he jukes so much.
He juked himself out of it.
He jukes so much that he forgets to run with it.
So 49-21, 5:25 left to go in the third quarter. Nice pass to The sidelines.
Number 16.
Zeba with the reception. Can't recall calling his name up until now today. Again, looking for the pass. Oh, but he gets
Max
clotheslined
again.
almost.
Max Wild again. I think it's his 3rd sack now. 2nd or 3rd. Doing well.
The Raiders front 7 definitely able to apply pressure.
Yep, run a little stunt. And then just Max Wild just falls off the block.
So 3rd and 8. He's got a lot of time. Now he has to scramble and runs right into the arms. No, he pops out at the other end. Wow. Stiff arm still on his feet. Crosses midfield into Raiders territory. I thought he got swallowed up there.
Yeah, I don't know how he popped out of that, but let's see.
The beauty of
So they
replay.
need like 3 guys to block Max Wild again, or 96 in this case. And now he escapes and he got popped, but keeps his feet moving, strong legs.
Definitely no quit in that play. And now he fires over the middle. Nice reception under pressure. The defender was already there hugging him, but
Yeah.
again it was Djidzic.
Yeah, Bartosz Djidzic, and this kid's he's some receiver. I mean, he's calm. He's looking at the ball. And he knows he's going to get hit, but he makes the catch anyhow. Now they got him.
No getting away that time.
As we're talking about it, now we got him. Here comes the blitz.
Fabian Seba. Ooh, did he get some
Unblocked.
face mask? Or?
Who's that, 24?
Fabian Seba. So 2nd and really long. Tosses it out to the right side. They're not able to pick up much. Arno Schwarz was there, push him out of bounds.
Makov.
So that leaves the 3rd and pretty long, about 20 yards. 3rd and 19 to be exact.
Blitz again, has to step up.
Oh,
Picked
and
off.
right into the arms of the defender. There we have
That's
our
the
first pick of the day.
First bad ball he threw all day. And it's picked off by
That was against Seba.
24. Fabian Zeba, good job. He wants to throw it over the receiver, but he doesn't. So he throws it right to Saber. That was easy. Head coach Shuan Fatah having a little talk with Dennis Butz, the defensive tackle.
Nice sequence there by Seba. First in on the pressure, and then finish it off with a pick. Shelton again on the field, so we're not seeing any backups or anything so far.
Well, and they stopped Bonatti right in his tracks. No gain here.
So there's another question coming up from Antonio Earl. What impact do you see in American football in Europe with the potential purchase of London Wembley by Jacksonville Jaguars?
So that's kind of underlines what we were talking about before, huh?
Yeah, I mean, we've gave the answer before, and I think
it's pure coincidence.
if they really.
Oh, Donahue
Oh,
putting
look
on
at-
some
look at
moves. He has not had enough.
If the Jaguars make Wembley their home base, is that the only team who's going to do it, or are there other teams who are going to spread out too?
Oh,
Really, to tell you the truth, I don't think it's going to happen. Because you're not going to have 31 teams in the U.S. and one team outside the country, where a couple of teams have to travel and the Jaguars have to travel and other teams don't. I don't think it's going to go.
logistical
I
nightmare problem.
don't think they're going to have a majority when they vote in the owners' meeting.
Simple swing pass to Platskoma
Yeah.
over on the left side.
Yeah, but first down, you pick up 5, 6, just with a simple swing pass. Life could be easy.
Well, if you've successfully pushed the ball down the field, then that opens up some of the short yards stuff.
So now we see number 2, Aaron Shanik, in as receiver, the first backup down here, bottom of your screen, number 2, next to Adrian Platskuma, and they're crowding the line of scrimmage again. Let's see if they come.
Ooh, well, they came, but too early.
Ah.
But let's see if there was someone who induced the movement.
Well,
They
it
blew
might be offside with contact.
Yeah.
That's why they blew it dead. Otherwise, it'd be free play. But it might be an offensive lineman just.
False start.
See?
It looked like half of the D-line jumps are like 3 or 4 people.
There it was. Right guard just moved a little bit. What a beautiful night here, man.
Donahue back on the field, and he has a double move, go route, and he gets the ball and is out of here.
Well,
Nice double move.
safety never picked it up, and when he picked it up, it was too late.
I hope we can get another view on that stop and go he put on. Patrick Donahue coming to
What a
play
weapon he
today.
is, right?
Incredible. Flo was gushing about his speed before during the halftime as well, and rightfully so.
If you see guys like him who don't make it in the NFL, then you always ask, how good must those guys be?
This time we waited until the PAT was actually good to call it good, but same result. Here we go. Let's see. Not sure if we'll be able to see the route from this view.
It's good protection again. Sean's got all day.
Little pump fake.
Yeah, and the corner's sitting there. His corner's waiting on the safety when Donahue gives him the little shake and bake. And the safety's like, wait a minute, I'm in the middle of the field. So if you want to watch us, Facebook/Raiders TV. Go to YouTube, Raiders TV channel. Or you go to Twitter, Raiders TV stream.
Once again, Zizic with the ball. Turns the corner. And a nice return, making it out until the 37
What did I say
yard
last
line.
time? He juked so much he forgot to run with it. This time he didn't juke, he just took off. And look what happens.
Running through some arm tackles.
Yeah. And that's decent field position.
41, 42. So the Panthers seem to be in business on this drive. So for the stat-minded people out there, Patrick Donahue, FYI, is now 3 receiving touchdowns and 224 yards. So I'd say good day at the office.
Yeah, here's a nice shot. Here's a rope to Jijic.
Yeah, all but that last pass that was picked off. He's protecting the ball. Has some good throws.
Yep.
2 deep bombs for touchdowns.
He definitely has an arm, but the protection is good. End of the third quarter.
So we got one more thing coming up about that fumble. What happened? Where Sandro fumbled the football, where you know, and then Bonatti took it and advanced it.
Was it because of forward fumble?
No, there was like one thing what Ryan Paul was saying for the last play. You are not allowed to fumble the ball forward
and then
recover it, and then advance such fumble. That's why they blew the whistle, the play dead, which
Cool.
I don't think it's true. I think it's only on 4th downs where you're able to do that, because then you are only the guy who fumbles the football is allowed to advance it on 4th down, but none of the others. So I think they just blew the whistle because they figured that the Sandro was down before the fumble happened. But I'm not sure. So if I'm sure that if you fumble the ball on 4th down,
You're right on that one, absolutely.
You are the only guy who fumbled the ball is the one who is
can
allowed
recover
to
it.
No, not
Well,
recover.
advance it out.
Advance it.
Advance
Correct,
it. So
yeah.
I don't think Ryan Paul, you're right on this one.
I hear a challenge.
But he might be a referee.
Yeah. Then
But let us know, please.
Let's have a social media bout. Oh,
Pick.
tip drill. No, it is
Whoa.
good. Zizic making a highlight circus catch right there for the first down.
So we have some nice numbers here, but
Yeah, are the stats coming back?
Yeah.
We're discussing. Wow, that's usually a pick right there.
Tip drill. Won by the receiver.
So what we saw on the stats, powered by Hockey Data earlier. Oh, wow, just dancing around back there, flags flying in.
What are you doing, number 70? Just running around looking.
The Raiders have 20
Lord.
first downs so far. That's quite a bit.
Monik Steyer. Well, the big number here is 4. They converted 4 third downs out of 6.
A couple big numbers, but
Yeah, but
the
that keeps
third down
drives
for
alive.
sure. I mean, and you mentioned it. They had to fight through penalties and did.
It just keeps drives alive. And
I mean, that's usually where you shoot yourself in the foot. But if you're able to overcome that said foot
here's
shot,
a penalty now for the Panthers, and we're at 1st and 20.
let's see if they can overcome it.
Yeah. Well, they had problems before on this one.
And again, over to
He's
the
down.
sideline. It looks like his knee was down. Yeah.
Yeah, he blew it dead. That's all right. So he picks up. He could have picked up so much more. The ball was a little low. Pickup of 3.
Low snap. And under pressure right away. Loses yards. Max Wild is living in the Panthers backfield.
That guy is some ball player. Been for years. Comes in this time from the defensive end position. Sometimes he plays across the center. now you're in third in the train ride.
So we have one more question about where in European ranking of clubs would you place Raiders and the Panthers?
Raiders, top 5.
Oh, just evades a sack, but he won't get away.
I mean, we can argue, but the top 5 to me: Braunschweig, Schwäbisch Hall, Vikings, Raiders. Who's number 5?
A non-German and Austrian team?
Let's take, okay, top 4. And you can argue which is the best team there. You know, on any given day, they can beat each other.
So when's the next time we're going to see those teams play against each other?
Where are the Panthers? Somewhere in the middle. I mean, it's a well-coached team, but it's just...
Ooh. Rough timing for that.
Yeah.
Ball is still hot potato live, and it's a touchdown. Margreiter bringing it in.
Margreiter? No, was it Philip? Okay. Former running back. Boy, I mean, I remember him. I remember you in the junior national team. God, that's like 17 years ago. 2001 Glasgow?
It was 2002.
2002 Glasgow, 16 years ago, yeah. Exactly, 2004 Moscow, you were gone. You were too old. But Philip was there. Well, they wanted to find out how good they are. Now they know.
Got to give it to them, though. The Panthers are still bringing it, even on a PAT. They're going for the block.
Absolutely, they got the right mindset. It's all fine. It's just you know, just because you get blown out by the Raiders, you're not a bad team. But, you know, mistakes like these don't help.
After that touchdown evaded him last, when was it? I think against the Black Panthers. This time he's able to break the planes and put up 6. Not every day for a defensive player. Is it cool? So Panther 21, Raiders 63. Ooh, mishandles the kick. He's running east to west. I think that was Ebenbichler in on that tackle.
Ball's on the 15. New quarterback.
Yep. What we got here?
Jan
Wawrzyniak.
Wawrzyniak.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to get any better than that. That was our... Is your tongue okay? It
Yeah,
looks
I'm
like
glad
you
they threw him.
strained it.
I'm glad they threw him in there so late. So I'm just going to call him Jan. QB Jan. Well, he completes 2 passes. It's all right, first down. Very nice.
was enough for a first down. Oh, someone moved early, and Jan went down. And some late pushing, extracurricular activity going on. Saba went down late, got pushed by number 70, I think it was.
So you probably got a defensive offside, and then you got a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, or unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, that was Marek Staya who didn't hear the whistle, or elected not to hear the whistle.
Yep. You got more stuff? Or
Yeah,
not?
I got one more. Like Ryan Paul was answering,
Yep,
the
about
thing
the
about the
fumble,
fumble. So he was saying that, however, on all downs, teams can recover their own fumbles, but if a ball is fumbled forward, then that same team may not advance the ball. Instead, the play is blown dead where the ball was recovered, not where the ball was lost. If a ball is fumbled forward and out of bounds, then it's blah, 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 blah. So
Okay. Well, thank you, first of all. And, yeah, a little more clearance. So what happened with the dead ball? Nothing.
Ooh, throws it into the
He
ground.
Sidearmed it a little bit. So it's 2nd and 10 now.
Ooh, dangerous pass. Not able to come up with it. And bring up 3rd and long.
Through the hands of number 86, Kamil Kwiatkowski. I think he could have helped his quarterback by catching that one.
Hey, you want to help a young quarterback out, right?
Absolutely.
This time they connect, and he's able to pick up the first down.
I mean, I like what they're doing. They want to get the ball in and out of the hands of quarterback Jan pretty quick. And he has one read or one decision to make, and he throws it pretty quick. The only thing he doesn't do, he doesn't move his feet.
But that was already the case with his predecessor. He was kind of standing in the pocket when he was looking
Yeah, but
to
he can
throw it.
move. I don't know how much this kid can move. Because when the rush gets to him, Mr. Vogt pins his ears back right now and said, I've had enough of it.
There he drops back. Oh, fires over the middle, and almost again a tip drill that lands in the offensive player's hands, but close but no cigar.
At least the quarterback Jan is using his voice a little bit, because it's the 2nd time now that the Raiders' defensive line was nearly offside.
Ooh, almost coming up with a tough catch.
Pass attempt to the sticks to number 14, Kaspar Fichuk. Made a diving effort, but couldn't reel it in.
So another 3rd and long. A little over 7 minutes left. Ooh, can't come up with a snap. Now he's got to make something happen. Throws on the move, but into the ground. Incomplete.
snap is a little off. Wild is through, is chasing him. Yeah.
So going back to the roll call, we got Mike Tackett from Florida joining us like a minute ago. So
Hey, Mike, what's going on? What time is it, Mike?
Oh, 6 hours back. So it's like
Oh, yeah, that's
3 p.m.
good way to spend your Saturday afternoon.
Hey. Are you Raider Nation, Mike, or are you just a football fan?
So 4th down. Oh, there's movement. They're going for it and going deep.
Here's
It was a free play, though.
here's quarterback Jan is doing a common mistake of a lot of young quarterbacks in Europe. Don't bring their elbow up high enough, and then they sidearm it, and the ball starts to sail on them. The ball went way high. But he uses his voice good, which, you know, avoids the pressure a little bit and gives him more time.
So that'll bump him up a couple yards, but 4th down remains.
4th and 10.
It's another shot.
Don, you playing safety again? Right there in the middle.
Oh, and once again,
Chip drill won by the second receiver.
and starting to think this is something they've been working on.
83 Kamil Müller just lets the ball bump off his chest, and then number 14, Kasper Fichuk comes up with it again.
I mean,
With a
talking
good
about
effort. Look at that.
wanting to
Pop.
help out a young quarterback, it's 4th and long, and he puts the ball right in the money, and boop,
That was a good throw.
drop.
It's a good throw.
But happy ending, I mean, at least for this play for the Panthers. Live to fight another day. They are now have moved into Raiders territory on the 48. Rolling out to his right side, and now just keep it and take off and get out of bounds wisely.
We got some wheels. Picks up 9.
Hand off up the middle. Oh, I'm not even sure he ever hit the ground. No, I think he was actually still up.
Yeah.
Nice move there to stay off the ground.
Konrad Stachewski, fullback. Pretty nifty moves there, right, for a big guy. He hit that hole with some authority.
Ooh. Again, trying to go over the middle. Do you have an 86? Oh, Kamil.
Kamil Kwiatkowski. My bad, not Kwiatkowski. Kwiatkowski.
I'll have him as 88. Okay. Ooh, just able to get off the ball
Whoa.
before being sacked and nearly being picked. But there's a flag on the field.
Here's a late
Near
flag
side.
for.
yeah, so roll call still on. Ian Ross. is writing, I was watching from my kitchen in Suffolk.
In Suffolk,
I don't know where that is,
United Kingdom.
It
but
sounds
I was
UK-ish.
I assume so. So there are a lot of British people watching. I saw somebody from London,
Good.
from Suffolk.
Here we got a block in
all
the
over.
back by a receiver, so that's why we go back, or even
Cool
we
that
go-
they keep them coming.
go even back 15 yards. So that was not a block in the back. It was something even worse. I didn't see the signal because the referee's turning away from us. So at least it's second and 25 now. Here comes the blitz.
Blitz. They're able to
Picked
pick
up
it
well.
up, and they're going deep. But not able to split the safety and the cornerback there. Vincent Muller doing a good job staying on top of the play.
So we're down to 5.5 minutes now. So, 5 minutes to go. Who's the MVP? Only one choice.
I mean, no, that's tip drill again, and Fabian Sebo almost turning it into a multi-interception game. That would have been cool. That would have skewed that as well, maybe a little bit. I know who you're referring to. He plays on offense, and we kind of had a little interview with him before the game. Is
Plays
that
on offense, plays defense, plays special teams, had a couple of blocks, made tackles.
It's hard to argue, but we don't want to skew it like the
No,
viewers vote yet. But I mean, what I would say is there were one or two guys who were just camping out in the backfield and really turning this evening into hell for the quarterback.
Absolutely,
To not overlook the defense.
absolutely, no doubt about it.
Now, if Donahue now turns this into something special, but no, I think he made
Turned
enough
it into a
plays.
3-yard return. No, those two running backs, wonderful. Sean played flawless, wonderful. Don't get me wrong. Max Wild played a great game. Yeah.
But there probably was to your point. There was one guy standing out.
In the end, to me, it doesn't matter who gets it. Yeah, really. To me, it doesn't matter. But if you look at like a guy who took the whole damn thing on his shoulder and made the most impact in all three phases.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah, you go ahead and let us know who your MVP is.
The wide receiver screen out there.
And Flo is then happy to communicate your decision.
Said choice.
Yeah, but please make sure to post it on the Facebook page of Raiders TV, because I'm not very advanced with all the other stuff. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't even use Twitter. I have
Don't
no
go
idea.
on YouTube and try to
Don't post
a
it on
video,
YouTube. We won't watch.
a video of you saying it. That's just too
Yeah.
much, guys. Just go to
Hello,
Facebook.
my name's Peter, and my MVP is
Chris Patch.
Yeah, if that would happen, then I think most people would suspect that I am Peter, and that's just an alias of mine. Hey, the head ref took a spill.
Yeah.
Good to see that he's all right, though.
I played in a game where the head ref tore his Achilles.
Ugh.
That was wild.
Want to erase that thought really quickly. So help me out, Shelton. He's got time
Flag
for
down.
days. Throws over the middle, and a nice sliding catch. Are they going to give it to him? It looks like it. Holy cow, that was a nice one. Vintele.
Nico Vintele. We have 2 flags down now.
Love to see that one in replay while we're waiting.
Offside defense.
It's against the defense. All good. Play stands.
Yep.
Wintele gets his yards. And we saw that defender twitch there.
Well protected again. That's a great catch.
That's another screen out to the left side. Played nicely by the defense, though. Cornerback gets there in a hurry.
Lucas Fink, 86, the receiver. So we're getting to see some second stringers finally catching balls from Captain Sean.
Yeah, and that's so important. I think it was end of season before last, beginning of last season. The Raiders lost so many wide receivers, like really accomplished athletes, like in a way.
Bacher is playing in GFL now. Kirchhoff.
He was one of the guys.
He's one of the guys, and they just lost.
Billy, I think, was then out, and so a lot of.
Yeah, there were a lot of guys.
So you want to keep these guys, bring them up to speed, and not start that process once the guys are gone.
I mean, we got an international game here, and now we got a new back in 34.
Philip Leitch.
Yeah. That's an international game. It's you know, you can give them a couple of reps against in a beautiful atmosphere. Make their time worthwhile. I think it's great.
And he gets the ball right away again. Gets gobbled up there. Not enough for a new first down. So, with only 45 left on the clock, I think it's okay to give it a look ahead. What is up next for the SWARCO Raiders Tirol?
Well,
the next AFL game is on the road against the Steel Sharks from Traum. And the next home game, again, AFL, is against the...
May 13th, the Vikings coming here.
Exactly. I mean, if you're able to come for that one, don't miss it. I mean, those games are always... I'm not just talking to you, Tino. I'm talking to people out there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's great to know that
especially from Sydney, Australia. Come in on the 13th.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Yeah, we'd love to have you here.
Well, we're Mexico, Chihuahua. I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on.
Wasn't it actually? So, no, stop by the stadium. That should be a doozy. But the next Raiders TV game will be great as well, because it is the yearly game against the U.S. College, Central College. This game is going down May 25th. It's a Friday. Stop by. Or tune in, better.
Tune in.
I mean, both is good. Just make sure that you check out the game.
Central College from Iowa, I think, is that. And
those games are always highly entertaining.
They were fun. I mean.
Do you guys remember what was the college last year? Was played against?
Was it Elmhurst last year?
No, that was the
year
first
before.
one. Yeah.
No, last year. I don't know. What was that?
Can't recall. I wasn't here.
I was here.
No excuses, Tina.
I'm old. Little jet
sweep here, yeah.
Yep. They snuffed it out pretty good. So, MVP votes pouring in?
Yeah, for right now, you guys want to hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Or you want to wait a little bit?
We're hitting the 2-minute warning. let's bring it on.
All right, there are a couple.
It's the people's choice.
For right now, the leader is Patrick Donahue, and then there are a couple single ones. It's Mike at the Phillip, Sean Shelton for Wint, and Fabian Seba.
Whoa, nice run, running over
Tough
defenders
running,
and everything.
Yep.
Sorry, Fabian Seba had in there?
Fabian Seba, Mark Reiter, Sean Shelton.
These are the runner-ups, yeah.
I mean, you know, I'm on your side, Tino. It just makes sense. On the other hand, of course, someone has to get down here those balls. I mean, that's always the easy pick. Shelton didn't really make any mistakes, sure. But I think Donahue just stood out, made some spectacular catches, just blew past defenders.
Well, not only on offense. He played defense.
Sure.
He made tackles on special teams. You know, so that's why I'm saying to me. But what do I know?
Well, a little something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting here, hopefully.
I don't know.
No, but good to see that Patrick Donahue, after a frustrating last season, obviously, able to bounce back.
Is back to full speed
yeah.
because, yeah, I mean, first of all, you have a guy like that. You sign him because you want him to be spectacular, and then you see in a game like this, on the big stage, what he can do. And, you know, I just, even when I was coaching against guys like him, I still enjoy watching them play because there are a couple of guys who are just fun to watch.
That's where the fan of the game comes out, right?
And even if they kill you, but I mean, if they're better, then shake their hand and say congratulations.
So 2nd and 6. We're in the last minute of this ball game.
There's that jet sweep again, and there's going nowhere again.
Yeah, they just keep handing off the ball to Kwiatkowski.
Last man standing.
So who still wants some? One guy showing up.
Oh yeah, last year's game was the Benedictine Ravens.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you.
Good call.
Thank you, Mike Traverga.
Our producer and good soul keeping us on track once again. No, this time he keeps it himself. Surprise move.
Yeah, picks up the first.
Runs out of
Maybe
bounds,
down.
so that should stop the clock one more time.
Yeah. I will say thank you right here because I got to head over to the press conference, which I will do.
You're
then.
a busy man, Tino.
I'm a busy man, and I got to run over there. But
well, thanks so
enjoyed
much
it
for
again.
joining us. I went
Thank
out
you, Flo.
I left my
Top
outfit
job.
here. Always a pleasure having you here. Great to see you then back.
Next broadcast, we'll be back.
Yeah, and
in
great
4
to see you
weeks.
then on the spectator side against the Vikings.
Yeah, the first time I come here, I don't have to do anything.
Let's see that you
Last
keep it
play of the
going.
game.
Nice run here.
63
quarterback.
to 21. And
Is
still,
your final
I
score?
tip my hat to this Polish team. I mean, they
fought
are-
to the end.
Yes, yes. Well coached. Good. A lot of respect.
All right, Tino.
See ya.
Good luck with the press conference. Always great having you here. Also, shout out to Flo. Thanks so much for sitting by us.
Yeah, you're
giving
welcome.
us some insights.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Definitely more fun this way than sitting up here alone and just being able to pick your guys' brains. So stick around. We're going to have some interviews live from down the field, right, Flo?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some.
You're going to.
All right, so
You're gonna-
I'm gonna head downstairs.
Okay, good luck with that. It's always hard to catch the people. I know that firsthand. So stick around so that you hear more from Flo interviewing the guys from down on the field. I'm sure there'll be some guys in a good mood. So, yeah, 63-21. It maybe wasn't the final that everyone or a couple of people were expecting. In the end, it was they allowed just as many points as against the Black Panthers, 21, but put 63 up on offense. Well, actually, and on special teams, respectively. Let's look at the final stats. 487 total yards. The Panthers were able to close the gap in the end, 387, but just, it was a late surge. Rushing yards, 129 versus 96, also pretty close, and in the end, the Panthers even put up more first downs. Tino mentioned it, the Raiders were just very efficient on third downs, 5 of 8 converted, but always when it counted, always when they had good field position. And then they were able to sustain drives and punch the ball into the end zone. So just a very clinical performance here by the Raiders, not making the big mistakes. And And as we watch the fans celebrate here one more time, make sure to tune in the next time. If you don't come to the stadium in Wattens, it's not going down at the Tivoli Stadium in Innsbruck. That's actually a town close to Innsbruck. If you want to go check it out, go ahead. But otherwise, make sure to tune in to Raiders TV for the second game of the season against the U.S. College. That should be a doozy. And one more time, to plug the JV team as well. They have their next game coming up in Imst, also here close to Innsbruck. May 12th, they go up against the Vienna Knights in the Division 1. And again, the next Raiders game on the road against the Steel Sharks, and then they come home in 2 weeks to play the Dacia Vikings from Vienna, the arch nemesis. These two always give each other a hard-fought battle. 2:30 here at Tivoli Stadium, so make sure to come by. So that's it for me. I think I talked enough. Once again, thanks to everyone for tuning in. We hope you had a great time. Thanks for participating and turning this into a dialogue versus a monologue. Always great to hear you guys' feedback. So make sure to keep it up. Tune in the next time, but actually don't go anywhere yet. Stick around. Flo will have some great post-game interviews from down on the field. That's it from my side. See you soon.
think we played particularly well, but I think the Raiders had a lot to do with that. Couldn't match up some speed. Very tentative to begin with. Couldn't seem to get going, and before we knew, we were in a big hole and just couldn't climb out of it.
So what are you gonna? How's the season's gonna finish up for you guys? Are you in the middle of the season, or are you going back home and it's kind of like the end, or what?
No, we're in the middle of our season. We still got a lot of games left to play. We've got one more game in this series, and then we've got, of course, our league championship series. So, we want to be a good football team from this. We want to take the lessons that are here to learn. There's a lot of them, and keep getting better. And hopefully, if we get another opportunity, we'll give a little better account of ourselves.
All right, thank you very much. Always great to have you here.
Thanks, Flo.
It's a pleasure.
All right.
Take care. I got the birthday kid here.
Enrico Martini.
Simon Hoser. So Simon, how you doing? How was your birthday gift today?
I think it was awesome. I couldn't have wished for anything better.
Yeah. So was the game like how you expected it? Was it as hard or was it?
It was very physical, but I think we nailed it. We got it done pretty fast, and they showed some moments. They had some moments, but we had them in their bounds. We showed them what we got to do.
Perfect. So good luck and happy birthday, Simon.
Thank you. Thank you, Raider Nation.
So wen noch? Toby! So Tobias Bonatti over here. He's one of the two-headed monsters, Sandro Platzkum and Tobias Bonatti. So what, after last week's great game against the Vikings, you were able to put another great show on the field. So what is your thoughts about that game?
Yeah, it was a good game overall. Defense did a great job. We had a lot of time of possession in the offense, and yeah, great team win.
Nice. All right, so you're just gonna keep on working, and gonna win the CEFL Bowl, Austrian Bowl, and all there is to come. So good luck to you.
Thanks.
Mr. Melker over here, one of the fastest defensive linemen. Can you tell us something about you? Are you always have been a defensive lineman, or what was that?
No, I played 2 years running back, and at the Raiders I switched to defensive end.
All right, it works out pretty well. So I think you're kind of like the leading tackler in the AFL. Had another great game today. So are you satisfied with your play today?
Yeah, I'm very satisfied with my play and with our play, the whole defense. We did a great job, and yeah, I'm just satisfied, man.
Okay. So did everything work out how the coach was planning it? Was the game plan perfect, and were you proud of your whole defense, right?
Yeah, I'm just proud of our defense, and we practiced a lot for it. And yeah, next week the Steel Sharks, we're gonna kill them, and yeah, that's it. Yeah. All
right, nice. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
And have a good season.
Thank you.
Hier Wirklichkeit, doch, jetzt. Schnell, nicht kann. Ja, jetzt, so. Ah! Starting to pick up. Okay. Well, been a hell of a ball game, fun to watch. The broadcast was good. Coach Nick Johansson from the Panthers, your first opinion on this game today?
No, this one.
Okay. Just talk.
All right. Hello, everyone. That was a tough game. The Raiders were well prepared. We said coming in that if we could match the speed of the game, we could play with this team, and they showed the speed of the game, and they set the tone the whole game, and we just weren't able to respond and answer the call.
Okay. What I liked about your team is we can see it's well coached, and they put up a fight and they never quit, which I really respect. Tim, the speed of the game, to me it looked like, especially in the first quarter, your offensive line had difficulties with the speed of the Raiders' front seven. Would you agree to that?
No, I would not agree to that. Raiders are a great football team. All credit to them. They played a great game. I love my offensive line, and they did a great job. Raiders were just a better team today.
Okay, fine. Coach Schwan, what do you think about the game?
First of all, this was a big marked game in the calendar, and obviously we knew this is going to be one of the highlights of the season. I think we hit the perfect storm in the first half. Really came out clicking, and the Panthers looked like we looked in Poland when we played there last year. Really, it took them a while to get into the game, and we knew we got to come out firing fast. We know how long the trip is, and it doesn't matter if you stay overnight. It is in your legs, and you could tell that it hit them the same way it hit us last year. And I'm just happy it was a perfect storm. Everything worked, and that was a dream start for us into the game. We knew it's tough. It was very physical, and we kept going. And obviously, it was really a great game, and we had a good football game, and we had very few mistakes.
Was it also a rebound from the loss in Vienna?
We played very well in Vienna too. It is just we did much more mistakes in Vienna, and I'm talking about unforced errors, mistakes. You don't really. The opponent doesn't. We just made mistakes last week, which we didn't do this week. The Wroclaw Panthers are one of the top teams in Europe. They are a well-coached team. I would put them on the same area where the Vikings are, and you could just see if you have a team that clicks and you don't do all the mistakes and all the little things wrong, then we have a good football team. And that was the perfect storm, and it just was really one of those days where you have everything goes into your way and the opponent struggles.
Okay. Sean, you lose Kyle Callahan, you get a new target back, Pat Donahue. I mean, I was glad to see him back at full speed because I saw him play in Germany, and he's just fun to watch. How is he to play with for you?
Also very fun. Yeah, I mean, he has a unique ability that a lot of players that I've even seen play don't have, and his ability to close on balls and his explosiveness and what he does after the catch, and it makes life easy. It makes life easy. Mix having the receivers that we have mixed with Pat and having the time that I had, it makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, you protected well today. Plus, I mean, you got those two backs who are just awesome. They're fun to watch, those two boys.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch Toby blossom this year. Sandro's been a unique, special talent for a couple years now, but Bonatti really has stepped up this year and carried the workload and just makes my job easier when we can get 8 yards on first down or a 3rd and 2 or both goal line carries or touchdowns, and he's really blossomed this year and just added another weapon to our offense.
Well then, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate your time. I wish you guys a trip back, and I wish you a lot of success in your league. And you got to play Prague, right? So go ahead and beat them and redeem this. And by the way, Timmy, I was not trying to put your O-line down. It was just an impression. I understand you love them. I was an O-lineman. I know why. Everything good. Thank you.